Hello, everyone. It's time to get gay. It's time
Ming.
to get gay. We're gonna talk about games that are gay. So yes, Game Awards happened. Me and Ellie, we were watching it live.
Yeah, I
We
wasn't
were,
really planning to, but then I was like, oh, I'm grinding
and
materials in
we didn't
there.
stream it. We didn't stream it because 99% of it was just me going, "Oh yeah, that looks alright. Alright, that's kind of cool."
And
Yeah,
I
that's
was
fine.
third monitoring it,
Yeah, while you were playing you're playing games, gay
Yeah.
games, playing your gay games, and the other thing was me basically going, "Who?" every time someone got up on stage. Who? Who is that? Who? Literally who? Who?
And I was
But we'll
muting
talk
my
about it.
stream when I thought it got annoying, so it wasn't meant to be streamed. Also, I left at the last hour.
Yes, Ellie left in the last hour, which is funny because the last hour was when all the good stuff that people give a fuck about came out. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Also, Ellie, I'll link you the thing that I'm using to do recap stuff.
Okay.
So you can maybe bring it up. So the people watching the VOD can get the visual, right? They can get the visuals. We're stealing GameSpot's content, right?
Yeah, as all righteous people do.
But we'll go through some of the announcements. We'll give some thoughts on what we saw.
Yeah, and just just some life updates in general.
Yeah, just some vibes, vibe checks.
Yeah, I mean, I
Some-
told Nurats
some
all about
vibes.
it yesterday. But I
Mm.
said I was buying a car. Now I have the car. I have driven car. I have visited family. I have visit parents on the island. Like, look, parents, I have a car. I am a successful member of society. I have engaged in the fuel economy, the real end goal of
Yes,
of
true capitalist, Ellie.
yeah.
True capitalism.
I bought Christmas tree, the biggest they had, because I have a car and I can put it in car and drive it somewhere. I've been 3D printing. I have a 3D printer. Did I say that last week?
Printing the free runs.
Yeah. And I found out what the error was I was talking about yesterday. Basically amounts to machine was confused and was in panic, and I had to gently tell machine,
silly
don't worry,
silly machine.
there's
silly,
nothing to
silly
worry
machine.
about. And
Yeah,
then I printed the biggest statue that I thus far in one piece. And I'm now asking for Christmas, Sinter Christmas. It's a thing. Hobby painting set. Paints to paint the figurines.
Hey. That's
for
good.
funsies.
Good.
And also, I had some a reunion party of sorts with my former colleagues because it's been like a month since everybody got laid off because the factory closed. So 2 weeks later now, we're having a small reunion party. Like, hey, how you doing, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that we hit our bonus for production targets, so we're getting a bonus.
Hey.
Yay! And we're getting paid out with the severance, as it is in English, and we're getting a severance package. So you'll get big money, and you're all still fired.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hashtag fired life. Hashtag fired life. You're fired.
Because I'm, and in the meantime, because I have weekends off these days, and because joblessness, but it continues. I went to an actual board game pub cafe thing, and we sat in the basement playing tabletop games. And I played the Alien game, where I was an android, and we had to go to a colony where some people went missing, and it turns out there was an alien. Queen was there, and
big Ayla Mouse. Big Ayla
yeah,
Mouse.
I'm the only one that survived. My character lives.
Oh.
Everybody else got their head eaten or legs crushed off and acid melted. But I ran, mission success. I reported what happened. That's the only goal I had really as an android. Report what happened. They all died, and I live. So good stuff. I'm allowed to use the character. I'm allowed to use the character again because the character survived. And this stuff is every month, but maybe I'll find a group that does it every week. And we'll do that.
So good stuff. So anywho, I guess we'll switch over to GameSpot and we'll have a chat about the Vadia games. What gay games got shown at the Gay Awards for the gay people? I'm waiting for it to show up on my old my screenerino. Right. So we'll scroll down a little. First game on the list was The Free Shepherd, which I joked about as being New Zealand Simulator. It looks it looks a lot like Home.
I thought it was another game, Little Devil Inside. Do you know that? Remember that game?
Vaguely.
It's a game that was shown off like a decade ago, and it's
one of those like, it gets announced and then it just never comes.
Yeah,
just disappears into the ether. But this seems like you're running around as a little sheepdog and you're herding the sheep, and
there's some lore implications going on here.
It seems pretty cool. Decrepit, which I joked about as being like it's Dark Souls, but the combat is Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it's like Skyrim. It looked like Skyrim
combat, but it's supposed to be Dark Souls. It's like it did not look very inspiring. I'll say that much. Did not really inspire confidence.
Maybe maybe some developer got confidence because they were like, no, Elder Scrolls 6 like a decade out, so time to release.
To be fair, it could be alright. Like, I have to play it to kind of feel. But moving along, Audio Mech, which is apparently made by Audio Surf. I've heard from other people that Audio Surf is great. It's cool. That's a cool rhythm game. This is hype. And so,
and there's a thing where you can, insert your own music, and it will do the beat of the music and stuff.
You can do your own music. You can have fun. Moving on to something that's actually kind of worth talking about is Pragmata. I actually watched for a good friend of the show, Lolly, was playing that and just trying to he was playing that and streaming it through Discord on a fucking 4 gigabyte card.
Oh.
And it was actually running okay. Like, it was actually it was a bit choppy in some places, but it actually ran pretty fucking good. I think it's testament to how good the what is it, the RE engine, I believe, Capcom's engine.
RE engine.
It kind of testament to how good that engine is. But having seen more of the gameplay and more of the actual game, that actually looks really good. It actually does look very interesting because you have like the guy, right? You have Suit Man, right? And he's got his little lolly, right? And the little lolly, like, you have to control both of them at the same time. So you are playing like the third person shooter, Dark Souls, whatever. What is it? Not Dark Souls. Dead Space, right?
Yeah.
Where you're shooting these androids, but you have to use the little girl to do like hacking at the same time. So like time goes slow, and then you use the little girl's hacking ability to like stun things so that their weak points open up, right? Or like do hacks that like freeze them in place, and stuff like that. And it looks actually really intuitive and really interesting. I haven't booted up the demo myself, but it does actually look like it's going to be a pretty good hit when it comes out.
Yeah, I heard. I listened to some preview some streamer person, whatever, gaming persons,
gaming man, yeah.
influencers, I guess the correct term is. And they were like, "Oh, the combat is neat, and you do a mini game to open them up or expose a weakness or whatnot, and it's very fun to do the quick mini game, and it helps the combat, etc. And you could do it without it, but it's super slow, blah blah. It controlled nice and whatnot. And it's being announced for the Switch 2. It kind of gives me confidence. It's on in some unrelated news that people will be able to play their games when the great RAM crisis hits everybody.
Well, there was some news about that actually. Samsung announced, well, it's leaked. It hasn't been announced, but it's been leaked that Samsung is halting production on SATA SSDs. So if you were going to buy storage, you should buy it right fucking now. You should buy some SSDs right now because they are going to go up real fucking hard, real fucking soon. So, not good, not very good. But back to Pragmata though. It looked like it was running pretty good on Lolly's system, even though he's on a low end system. It seemed really fun. It seemed like a really good game. So that was a standout, game of the show. What wasn't a standout game of the show though is Bury the Badger, which looked very cringe.
Oh yeah.
That looked very cringe.
It was alright until the moment they did live action. Then it was.
It was okay. Like, I would still argue it was cringe because it's doing the whole like haha irony, parody. We're in the Last of Us world and the Bloodborne world and the Cyberpunk world, and I can move things with my fucking mind, Ellie. Oh, kind of
I have combat in a spooky gothic the heavy rolls in gothic medieval fantasy land.
And then, like you were saying, it kind of went into this weird thing where the rat badger became real, and it's like in real life, and people are screaming, fucking very cringe. Gotta say, looked AI generated as well. A lot of games, I had that reaction to a lot of games where I'm kind of like, this looks AI generated. This looks like someone put
this
prompts.
One doesn't really feel like it, but yeah.
I mean, it's more so like the whole like, AI, make me a game that's Last of Us with a badger, or something, right? That's why I say that, because it had that feel, that cringe feel. But moving on to something that was a little bit cringe, but a little bit less cringe, is Stupid Never Dies, which is from Osaka-based how the fuck GPT track. GP Tracks 50 quack,
whatever it
how
is.
the fuck you say that? Whatever. So this is where like we start getting into what I have decided to call 2000s core, which was
I've heard other people say that.
Yes, I am, but I am taking credit for it. I'm stealing.
Sure.
But a lot of 2000, like you had this one, which kind of had that sort of Admiral Ravine, or how the fuck you say her name, fucking Skater Boy, right? Skater Boy style type stuff, right? The music very, very 2000s-y core, right? Very kind of, but also very Suda 51, right? The game looks very Suda 51.
Yeah, like, was it?
No More Heroes kind of feel. It's very Japanese studio doing like American style stuff from like the 2000s, right? It's kind of what it felt like to me.
Was the Lord not Damned? There was this Suda game where the guy had like a skull shotgun thing. It was that game, and isn't because of the Lollipop Chainsaw also has this kind of feel.
Yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw. I don't know. I don't think that was Suda though. I think that was someone else. Similar vibe.
Just that style, vibe style.
It's a similar vibe. It's that like Japanese, Japanese studio, trying to copy American style, which I like. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's the same as all the Westerners trying to copy Japan. Japan has the ability to do the same thing, and usually it ends up with good games. And looking at the gameplay section at the end of the trailer, it looked pretty fun. It's like a beat 'em up type thing. He like turns into the zombie man turns into like a werewolf, and he beats the shit out of stuff. It was cool. It was cool. It was good. Looked fine. Moving on. Something that I should be hyped about, but I'm not, is Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic getting announced, which feels like one of those. Hey, we're going to announce this now, but you're not going to see it till like 2030, right? This isn't going to exist until 2030.
I mean, I'm happy for them, but this is a victim of I didn't play the games.
My issue is like I can't be hyped about this for a couple of reasons. First one is there hasn't been a good Star Wars project in a long time, and a lot of the newer stuff that's come out has just been shit. So there's a lot of this is jaded. We're jaded, right? We're very jaded on the cast around Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
And the other issue is, again, like I said, this is just a CG trailer that's like, hey, this exists. We're making it with like no, like,
credence,
okay, what is the game actually going to be? Like they say, like I was reading like an interview thing, right, where they were saying, oh yeah, it's going to be like a single player RPG style thing. But what does that actually mean? Does that mean it's going to be like Knights of the Old Republic, or is it going to be like fucking what the Star Wars Outlaws, which was fucking terrible? Is that technically an RPG, right? Where are we? What are we doing here, right? Like, more information needed. And the other reason, the last reason, is this shit looks like sequel shit. It looks like Rey. I'm sorry. Like, you have the strong female Jedi girl thing. Oh, look at her eyes. She's so angry. She's angry, Ellie. She's so angry woman, right? Bad first impression. Bad first impression.
You don't. You shouldn't ask me. I don't know anything about the lore or the setting, really, or what it means to be.
No, it's not about that.
It's
about the vibe. It's about the vibe, because people fucking hate the sequel shit, and so when something feels like it's sequel shit, it's like a red flag, right? And the vibe from this was very much like, I didn't pin it as being Old Republic until they showed it on the thing. Like, you were there. I was talking about. I was like, this looks like fucking. This looks like it's gonna. Is this like a sequel game or something? Is this like Rey's daughter or some shit? Right? Like, that's kind of the problem, right? That's kind of the issue. So I feel like we need more information. Like, I don't want to be too cynical about it, but we need more information before we can actually be like, oh, okay, yeah, this might be. Onto something that is similar, not similar vein, but some kind of cool, is Divinity. Which was the big statue in the middle of the fucking desert. Was Divinity.
And then it got moved up to where the entrance, or close by whatever hole they were.
Something like that. So that trailer was pretty cool. Pretty nice. You had some big sin happening. Oh, hey, Samu's here.
Hey, Samu, we got somebody. I was afraid that our stream was hidden like at one time that nobody showed up.
yeah. But yeah, the gay awards. But yeah, Divinity was alright. I mean, like, no, it's from Lyrian, so
Larian, yeah.
So it's a continuation. It's a continuation of Divinity: Original Sin. So
no. I only played Original Sin 1. I didn't get far into 2 because it didn't vibe with me. But apparently the original Sins are prequels to the Divinity subtitle games. So this is like the latest entry in Original Sin. Are the first entries. Of course, this is all CG. It is identifiable as being in the Divinity universe with how the elves look and the lizard men existing, etc. It's all CG, so we don't get any gameplay hints whatsoever. But
that was kind of my criticism. Is like, it's the same with the Star Wars one we just talked about, where it's all kind of CG, no gameplay, no real.
However,
Yeah.
Larian has built a trust. We know
They have.
all their
They have.
games.
So you compare the Star Wars thing where it's it's the same director as like Mass Effect and the original Knights of the Old Republic, right? But it's a new studio, right?
Yeah.
No, they haven't proven themselves yet. Whereas Larian, right? Baldur's Gate, the original Sin games, right?
Yeah.
Good track record, pretty well beloved, right? Seem like good guys, right? So that's why I'm kind of, I trust. In Larian we trust. In Larian we trust.
It's
right?
a bit, it's a bit, political in the sense that I can see how much effort they put in this trailer. It looks very impressive. The whole CG, how very high quality with that. That tells me more about their trust in their game, and that makes me, if they trust their own game so much, there has to be something behind it, right? That's kind of what the CG is telling me, more than there's something about these hell stones, as these statues are called. That doesn't tell me anything really. It just tells me that this is so much money is in this trailer. They're very confident it's a good game. That's the kind of the measure of it. And, it's a little bit harder to do with Star Wars because in essence, or in principle, I mean, Star Wars has infinite money to pull from. So an impressive Star Wars trailer isn't as impressive.
It does kind of depend on.
True.
Even though it's tied to Lucasfilms, you don't know exactly how much money's going into it. But my point would be more, I liked the fact that they weren't afraid to go full sin in the trailer. Like, we had people fucking on screen at the Game Awards. That chick was fucking a drag. She was riding that dragon, Ellie.
That lizard man.
That girl was riding that lizard man dragon. Riding it. She was fucking riding
and
it.
And a little bit later, there was like
guys getting burnt alive in the fucking Wicker Man fucking thing, right? And you see the pus spewing demon shit, fucking out of it. Like, it was very, very, very good. It was very good. So
I mean, trust is there. It's just a small culture thing, right? Oh no, people having sex. Wow, weird. Man bird alive. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Tell me, Naretsu, which one is more common? Which is one is more socially acceptable?
Alive,
and yet which one is more scorned?
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's bad dragon. Yeah. So anyway, we're moving on because we can quickly get through a lot of these.
Oh yeah, we kind of should.
Mid to talk about. Lost JJ Abrams and Left 4 Dead creator. Yeah, didn't really look that great. I didn't really. A lot of it, again, like.
Yeah. Do you know what the for loop is? For loop is a coding term. That's a thing that will infinitely repeat itself until something has changed inside the for loop. You see, because this is a roguelike, going through the stages thing. So you repeat endlessly until you meet the criteria.
As I kind of said at the top of the stream, like, a lot of these announcements, like, the only fucking thing I can say about them is, it looks alright, but I don't really give a fuck. Like, it looked okay, but I don't really care. Like, same can be said about Coven of the Chicken, right? Where it's like,
that looks cute though. That seems like
it looks cute. It looks fine. Like, you got your little monster man, and you got your girl, your old lady.
You got your actual hag with chicken feet.
Yeah, actual hag. Yeah, and it's like, it looks alright, but I just don't. I'm not interested. I don't care.
This is
it's not my thing. It doesn't mean it's bad, It doesn't mean it's bad, or it will be bad, right, or anything like that. But it's just, for me, I'm just kind of like, all right.
But besides, if personal listener to Divinity is like top of the list, I do think like Chickenfoot ranks for me somewhere around the Stupid Never Dies, as looks very interesting and fun to see what it will be.
So, Altos, or however you say
Ontos.
it. So that is an interesting. So that's from the Amnesia, Dark Descent, and Soma devs. Yeah, spiritual successor to Soma. That's gonna be one to keep an eye on because those guys make good shit.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately, I don't play horror games, scary games,
yeah,
because
you are in the same position that I was with like talking about the chicken foot one, where it's like, yeah, it looks alright, but I don't really give a fuck.
No, it's more of an actual, I'm uh I don't like being scared, Nuretsu. So scary
You should
games
just watch,
are the
as I told
opposite.
you when we were watching it, was like you should just watch Mandalore's videos on the games because he's doing like a series where he plays them all.
Mm.
You should just watch Mandalore's videos on them. That'll get you the
I'll
good
guess
stuff.
I'll watch his review of the this game then
Yeah.
instead of playing
So
it.
Resident Evil,
No, never
Leon's
played
looking pretty good.
Never played Resident Evil, so Leon appearing old man doesn't do anything for me.
He's looking pretty good for 50. He's doing pretty good.
Mhm.
I do think it's interesting how they're kind of going with this, like, you'll have like the new character, the girl, right, who's kind of
Yeah.
like scared, and she's like new to the franchise, so she's not like a hardened fucking like veteran or whatever. And then
Mhm.
you have so that gameplay is going to be for like the new fans, right, the new Resident Evil fans. And then you'll have Leon coming up and being like, yeah, it's time to play Resident Evil 4 again. Right,
Let's do some
old school.
let's rip some zombie heads open with my bare hands because I'm so
Yeah,
technically trained against these zombies. I know how to
he's
deal
gonna
with them.
blow those heads off with his magnum. Yeah. So yeah, Resident Evil Requiem looked pretty good.
Mhm.
Um, probably be quite fun. I mean,
Also,
I like you. I haven't played a lot of Resident Evil. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just like, yeah, it's alright. Looks
yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Next up, puzzle game
Um,
where you have to do four or less mechanics at the same time.
yeah, there's
And
bunches like
that's the
different characters, and each of the characters does different things, and there's different stuff, and it's
mm,
again looked okay, not really super interested.
from
Exodus, which
yeah.
is Wizards of the Coast type thing.
Oh, that's the
Um,
that's the not Bioshock. Bioware. I somehow
I
confused a
don't
series in the studio and the game. Uh, Mass Effect. This is a very Mass Effect like game. Right,
kind of,
with
yeah.
alien, they're on a ship, going through these massive structures that allow faster than light travel. They have like a lot of alien races that you talk to.
Mm,
You have a crew on a ship and mysterious alien artifacts to do something.
yeah,
And
all that fun stuff. Yeah, it seemed okay. It seemed.
yeah,
So moving on to Dungeons and Dragons Warlock,
Warlock.
which looked pretty, like, again, if we're talking like 2000s core, right?
Oh, look
You've
at
got
this goth.
the goth, you got the rock music, right? The unrock music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got her fucking. She's got the mascara and the fucking, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, let's see.
I
It could be
mean, there
fun.
is
Could be
like
all right.
Pact of the Blade stuff where you can materialize a sword. That's a
Yeah,
part. That's a
she's like material. Yeah, she's like making swords and shit.
that is
My
a
only
thing that
thing
you can
is
do in
like,
D&D. Pact of the Blade.
mm,
Was it Pact of
so
Blade
my
Warlocks?
my only like thing with it though is, again, because it's a CG
No
trailer and we didn't really
details
see it.
whatsoever. Not
We
even
didn't
a
really
hint
get
of
any details
gameplay.
about it. My only issue with it, right, is it's yet another case of me being jaded about fucking strong female characters, right? Like, because
Uh,
is it gonna be a good strong female character, or is it gonna be a fucking cringe, like, nonsense type shit? Um, but yeah, I don't know.
I,
I don't know. It looked alright. Trailer was fun. Like,
but
I've
I'm
been
just kind of
digging.
worried
My
how the gameplay will
2000s
do.
core. Yeah, I dig my 2000s core, so it was alright.
All right,
Control looked
good,
fucking cool.
good
That looked
trailer.
really good.
I am very happy that I very quickly know from this game will this game has a vibrating metal stick. That means there's no gunplay in this game. And what you know
Mm.
it, there is no gunplay. Just Swords.
This is an SK class end of the world scenario simulator, so it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, you know more about this than I do.
Well, I don't really, because like I know that Control is like somewhat inspired by SCP, but like, or at least like digs into that same vibe. But I haven't really, I haven't played the first one. I don't know anything
just
about
you know
characters
the
or
thing
whatever.
from the older classifications and the older. I know some.
Yeah.
I've absorbed lore from this game. Like you got the oldest house and special thing and the board of director, whatever, and all these things that are contained that are dangerous in the oldest house. But apparently, the containment breach in Retsu, it has leaked out of
containment
the
breach.
And,
and now you're getting big SK class into the
yeah, you see,
world.
Just the fact that you know what
moving
that
along,
is.
we have Yakuza at home.
I'm making my own.
I say that. Well, I mean, it is the same. It is the actual developer of Yakuza, right? Because he left.
Yeah.
Right?
He will.
Shoto.
I'm joking that he left because he was too much of a Yakuza gangster, too criminally affiliated, but it is. I'm not American now, so I'm not going to play around with, allegedly he was heavily involved with criminality. Allegedly, he was probably just super involved with criminal stuff.
I think it's more like I wouldn't be surprised if it's like he just got sick of like the direction that Yakuza's been taking and wanted to do his own thing again. Which I can respect. I can respect that. But speaking on the game itself, though, so it's got Don Lee as the main character, the main actor guy. I like him as an actor. I've watched some of his shit. I actually think he's really cool. He's just a really good fucking actor.
He's also big man. I saw like
he is very big, yeah, in real life as well. Like
I saw a clip from him in a movie, and he was just punching somebody like he was in the game. So all right.
Yeah, he is a good fit. He is a good fit for this.
Just have that character from the movie just be a game, and you're done.
What I would be interested, because what the thing with Yakuza, right, is as Yakuza's kind of gone on, it's kind of lean. Like, yeah, there's still like some serious stuff going on in Yakuza, but it has definitely leaned a lot into the wacky, funny side quest, funny, it's a chicken or whatever or something, right? Like, like there has been a little bit more of especially with the newer Yakuzas, right? There's been a bit of a move away from like the crime drama into it being a bit more about the wacky hijinks type stuff, which, isn't necessarily a bad thing on its own, but I would be interested to see if Gang of the Dragon, which is what we're actually talking about, is it going to kind of lean more into a serious kind of crime drama style? Based off the trailer, I kind of do get that vibe that it's going to be a bit more serious rather than funny wacky hijinks with Don Lee, right? funny Don Lee hijinks. But again, we'll kind of see how it plays out when we see more gameplay of it, right? When we see more story details of it. So moving along, we've got Street Fighter live action movie with WWE guys.
Looked very bad.
Are you excited? You're gonna. It looks like the kind of thing that you would load up in a Discord watch party to shit on, right? It looks like it's gonna be the kind of thing that's gonna be like bad in a very specific kind of way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm happy they picked like the best looking actor for the screenshot. You see, because he's wearing a mask, that makes him the best.
Well, all of them are like WWE like kind of guys.
Wasn't like one of them 50 Cent? One of the actors.
No. They're all from like WWE type shit, because WWE has like a thing where they try and like get them to become actors or whatever. So that was a thing. Lego Batman, don't really have much to kind of say about that one. It's Lego Batman.
50 Cent is playing a Street Fighter.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's funny. That just that's whatever. Okay. So anyway, Lego Batman, whatever. Who cares?
Whatever, I don't care. Tomb
So the
Raider,
Tomb Raider
whatever.
games. So we got two Tomb Raider games. You got Catalyst and you've got Legacy of Atlantis. And so Catalyst is like the new game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the game, the newest one in the series, I guess. And then you have Atlantis, which is a reimagining / remake of the original game, the first game.
Yeah.
So, and I will say, both of them look fine. I'm glad that we can have attractive female characters in our video games again, Ellie. I'm very very happy that they've made the game devs have made the decision that we're back on the menu, right? The attractive women are back on the menu. It's good. It's good to see. You love to see it. But in terms of, I mean, I've never been super into Tomb Raider, so I
No,
don't.
I never
actually
played them
have,
either, so I can't really
Yeah.
any of the
I don't.
games.
I don't really have anything to really say about it
Yeah.
other than it looks fine. She looks fine.
Whatever.
There's not really
Forests,
there's not
Naretsu,
really
I don't
anything.
have anything. I watched like one big
I've
review of
seen,
it. And
I've seen a little bit of the forest stuff. I know a little bit about the lore, and it's kind of wacky. It's kind of wild, but
also there are some
it's
human experimentation facilities, research facilities, and
there's
whatnot.
some kind of weird shit going on, and I find it weird how it's gone. Yeah, it's gone from survive in the cannibal infested forest to space adventures.
Yeah, suddenly going on to an whole another planet light years away.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. We'll see how that. It could be fun. Could be good. So then we have Invisible Versus, which revealed
Invincible, fighting game.
some character. I don't even know who that is.
No,
but I guess, okay.
I know something because I follow some people who are somewhat in the fighting games. So I'm not too big into fighting games, but this was the game where it was kind of criticized for being just 50 supermaning each other up. And so now Naretsu, they introduced an original character for this game, Ella Mental. And surprise, Naretsu, they made a character that is interesting for a fighting game that uses this basically the avatar with the 4 elements, but in a serious blood and gory action game, fighting game. I mean, in series. Otherwise, I have no interest in the game. I just find it funny, like that the game makers realized, damn, all these characters are super boring and samey. We have to make up our own.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
But anyway, she looks fine enough as a character, but it's not my series, so.
Yeah, Orbitals. I'm not super interested anyway. Yeah, Orbital. So that's kind of a weird one because on the one hand, it does look kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Because but on the other hand, I feel it's confused because it's like they took every single like meme popular style of anime and from like the 80s and just kind of mashed them together. Like you have a bit of Ghibli in there, you have a bit of Toriyama in there, you have a bit of like generic like 80s styled anime type stuff.
The Sailor Moon shoujo from back in the day.
Yeah, but a Sailor Moon shoujo in there. I feel like maybe you should have just picked one. Like maybe you should have just picked one and stuck with it instead of trying to do all of them at once. Right?
I mean, I'm not feeling
it leaves the style feeling kind of like used, right? Because you'll have the Toriyama guy, right? Like the Toriyama looking man, like next to like the Ghibli looking guys.
Yeah.
And like it makes it look weird, right? It makes it look weird. And I'm just not I'm not. I mean, it's a co-op-y game anyway, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. I'm not gonna be like probably playing it to begin with. It's not my thing. But yeah, like I'm watching the trailer again now, right? And it's just kind of like, yeah, you have these like moments where it just kind of feels. It doesn't feel like the style is unified, if that makes sense, right? Like it doesn't feel homogenous with itself. Maybe I'm just speaking out my ass. I don't fucking. But I'm not. I'm not into it. I'm
I
not
didn't
vibing.
feel like the different
I'm not
styles. I was
vibing.
just kind of I was just saw one style and then kind of switched to another. But it's I would have to see the trailer again or just see the gameplay to see its
Mm,
identity as a cohesive 80s thing rather than trying to pick out every single slight style difference. But yeah, it's a co-op game. It was cute with the ending. The ending from "Hey, look, we're all on the
mm,
Switch, yay!" And
mm,
Otono Shimini, that thing that they used to do back in the TV animes, um,
mm.
where the characters speaking to you, the viewer. But cute, looks cute. Might never play it though. Um, Here, Diablo. I have not much to say because it's
Yeah,
just
Diablo. It's a demon man, and paladin man, and they're
yeah.
fighting, and there's big fights,
It was
big fights.
it went just before the trailer. There was a demon talking to the audience, and it was like I was thinking that that's not Diablo. Diablo doesn't talk to silly humans. You are also scared of me. I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
sacrifice the world and become super
Yeah, it was a
strong.
little. It was a little bit cringe. Not gonna lie, a little bit.
And Diablo doesn't look like I
Mm.
remembered he looked, so it was kind of it looks somewhat similar, but I recognize the Diablo from
It's a
3.
different it's a different demon. I think it's not the Diablo demon. It's like a new demon or something.
How
I don't
Diablo
fucking know. I
changed.
don't play Diablo.
I played 3 only, and there was a thing that Diablo can change shape depending on who was the last host. So it's not that strange that he changes
I don't know.
shape from game to
Anywho,
game.
Marvel Rivals, Deadpool, haha, funny Deadpool being
Yeah, it was
Deadpool.
too long. That's kind of the thing I
Yeah.
most
Double O
criticize.
Seven, we got to see Africa Man, Africa Villain Man, Crocodile Man. Kind of cool. Kind of
He looks not.
whatever.
He looks cool though. Oh,
Yeah. We've got Lords of the Elden Ring, Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Lords of the Fallen too, which again is, I mean, it is more. I mean, if you're into that, you're into that.
yeah,
Soros, which I believe was announced like a while ago,
yeah. It
apparently, but I
was
completely fucking forgot. I completely fucking forgot about.
a sequel basically to Returnal, the bullet hell shooter, third person shooter.
I don't, I don't.
No law.
Ever. Yeah, no law. It was a game, I guess. Again, like a lot of these, I'm
Cyberpunk.
just kind of like, yeah, a lot of these, I'm just kind of like, yeah, all right, I
Mm.
guess. I don't. Yeah, it's
Hitman here,
fine.
or here's where I
Yeah,
kind of left off apparently because I don't
Hitman
remember this one.
girl. Yeah, new Hitman girl, kill girl. Something.
I mean,
Now,
the mission
so
seemed
that was
hell.
around. So this is around. So this is around when you left, right? Like this is
Yeah,
around
because
when you left. You kind of left around here because you were like tired and went to sleep. And so
mhm.
I like, yeah, the moment you fucking leave, the moment you leave, we get hit with Total War Warhammer 4.
Although I'm not into the 40K. It's too big for me. It's too you can I like when the stories can interact with each other, when it can mean something, when somebody in this small kingdom does a thing. Yeah, it doesn't need to affect, the other side of the world, but it can have, repercussions that ripple outward.
Well,
When in 40K, when you can annihilate an entire solar system and it doesn't mean anything to anybody, that's when you kind of lose me
well,
in the emotional investment.
I don't really get. I'm gonna be real. I don't give a fuck about that. I care more about how are they gonna translate the Total War gameplay to the scale, right? Because at the end of the trailer, you get to see like what I assume to be some very pre-production kind of gameplay, where you're seeing kind of like, okay, they're on like a bridge and there's a map, right? There's a lot of choke
Mm-hmm.
points on this map that are very because I've played fantasy. I played Shogun 2, right? I've played the
Mm-hmm.
Warhammers, right? I know the vibe. I know the vibe of the Warhammer, right? Or not the Warhammer, the Total War, right? I know the
Yeah.
vibe of the Total War. So I'm looking at like the gameplay part of it, right? And I'm seeing like, okay, there's all this kind of like weird, yeah, there's all this kind of like choke point type stuff. Like, what is I guess the objective is to like take like the central beam. You have a kind of like all these different units of space marines and orcs and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
orbital laser strikes that you're using to kind of do stuff. And then, but then it kind of like pulls out, and you have like the planets, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's like these different planets, and I'm guessing that it's going to be like instead of taking like regions like you would in other Total War games, right? It's going to be you're sort of trying to like capture and control these different planets. And
So
there's one that looks
I
like there's one that looks like it's like got a mine symbol, so it'll be like the mining planet. And there's like other ones that look like they've got different symbols above them.
So
Um,
I watched like a developer interview, and I have some more details. Not all of them matter for us us talking here, but there are planets you can fight for control of the whole planet, and if you have control over the whole planet, then you can have the resources of the entire planet, and then you can fight on other planets too. You have a ship. That ship you use to deploy from, and that ship moves from planet to planet, etc., etc. And Total War series, as of a couple years now, a good couple years now, is more concerned about keeping players engaged for like the entire length of the game. So they have started. They have been adding modes or conditions that will end the game earlier, um, just to give you like a good exit point. Because most Total War games is
mm,
conquer the entirety of the entire world. That becomes a little bit unrealistic when you have the entire Warhammer world, like a one to Earth basically.
yeah.
So they,
Mm,
condition one is kill your direct rival. If you are the
mm,
orcs over there next to the dwarves, then your mission is to exterminate that one dwarf and take their land. Well, condition
mm,
two for the longer war, there's a short war, then you have like the medium length war, and that is to conquer your continent and exterminate the dwarves and your rivals on your continent. So besides the dwarves, you also exterminate some Skaven or something. And then the
mm,
super long globe trotting adventure is to exterminate all the dwarves, capture like half of all the capitals of the world, and a quarter of all provinces. And that's the longest
mm,
you're done. And then afterwards, that's your own decisions to try to take the whole world. But yeah, they mentioned that you can have a shorter campaign, and I mentioned that would be fighting over a single planet or maybe like two. And if you
mm,
want your long campaign, that will be the entire solar system.
mm.
But other than that,
Yeah.
Total War has, Total War Warhammer 3 has slowly introduced so much mechanics, so much specific mechanics to specific factions, to specific lords. Of this,
Mm,
they gave this example themselves. Oh no, the vampires doesn't have any ranged combat. That's weird. Should we include ranged combat for the vampires? I know they don't have them in the lore, but maybe we should. And that is a cute story for them now. Oh, not giving ranged units to one faction. Oh, that's like a lazy idea for them now. So they have been developing a lot of maneuverability, giving faction specific mechanics. That's a thing they do. So they are confident they can make all these factions feel very differently from each other. And maybe, because they have this, these Warhammer people with their painting their figures in their specific made up chapters of their Space Marine allegiance, whatnot. So you can customize them and maybe customize like the loadout a little bit. But that's all the Warhammer and Total War news. I'm slightly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of down. I'm interested to see more of it. See if it might be interesting. But yeah,
I'm kind of
so
more
talk about
interested.
the one.
So just one last bit. It is kind of a shame because the start of the Warhammer 40k means the end of fantasy, and fantasy is big enough to keep adding more and more to the world itself. But
I don't know, because it's like you were saying, they've been doing fantasy Warhammer for so fucking long, and they've added so much fucking shit. I think at some point you do kind of have to
No,
yeah,
but
we're done.
You can keep
we're
going.
We're
no,
done.
Keep going.
The game is finished, Ellie.
No,
the game is done.
Keep going.
Okay?
There's like Arabia and Nippon and like the Indian Peninsula thing you can do.
Let the modders figure it out.
No, we have to keep going.
Let the modders figure it out. They can do it. But anyway, now on to the one. So it's interesting because out of all of the games that were announced, the one fucking game that I saw on my timeline with people actually getting hype about it and actually talking about it was Ace Combat 8. And the funny thing about it is it was announced because Jeff Keighley was like, okay, we got a new announcement and I think you're going to like it. It's kind of unexpected, right? And then because after you went to sleep, I switched over to the television. I started streaming the thing on through the TV, and sat on the couch, and I was watching it and I had my phone, and I was just kind of because I was kind of bored anyway because Game Awards, and I see they start with all of this weird kind of shit, and I'm like, oh, it's like a battle. Is this like a Battlefield thing? It looks kind of Battlefieldy, right? And then I'm just listening to it, and I hear one of the characters mention something Ace Combat terminology, right?
Yeah.
Odysseus or some shit, and I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? Wait a minute.
I recognize that made-up Balkan country name.
Yeah, Balkan shit. Yeah, something Balka, whatever. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then it turns out it's Ace Combat 8, new brand new Ace Combat game, and I'm kind of like, yeah, no, fucking good. And then I go on Twitter after the show, and the only thing anyone's talking about is Ace Combat 8. No one's talking about Warhammer. No one's talking about any of the other fucking games that got shown. The only thing, because people are like, oh, big theory. Oh, when is it going to take place in the timeline? Who are we fighting for? Look at the different wingman. Who are the different wingman? We're going to analyze the symbols on the wings, and we're going to, cool. It's like everyone's talking about fucking Ace Combat, and I think that says something when it was kind of shown as Jeff Keighley's like, oh yeah, we got this kind of game that's kind of cool, right? He didn't hype it up, right? He didn't hype it up. He didn't fucking do anything about it. Just oh yeah, look at this new world premiere. It's gonna be cool, right? It's awesome. And yeah, I think it's
I saw slightly different things. Because I have some history with Baldur's Gate, and I clicked on the trailer for Divinity. I get some lore speculation on Divinity. I also see people talking about the French sweep, the Freep.
Ah, yes.
Claire Obscure Freep. Sweep with ease replaced by the 33. I see the people talking about the sweep. Other than that, no. But I'm not really expecting a lot of discussion for every single trailer. What are people going to say about the new Hitman mission? But I suppose I saw I watched the developer interview for 40k Total War 40k, and other Warhammer Total War people that I used to watch have popular videos, so YouTube recommends those people again after half
Yeah,
a year.
I'm just saying, like, in terms of my own like little following
Yeah,
circle,
yeah.
right? My own little bubble. Like, yeah, the only thing anyone was getting excited about was Ace Combat, like just straight up. Which is, I mean, the Ace Combat 7 was really good, I believe. I'm actually gonna probably pick it up soon because it's like, yeah, Ace Combat it's like $8 on Steam right now. It's cheap as shit. So I'm
Mhm.
kind of like, yeah, I'm down.
I should play it. I
Um,
have 7, but I never played it.
yeah, I've heard good. Yeah,
Eh,
so it was good. So moving along,
Galactic
we've got Star
Racers.
Wars, which is kind of playing into nostalgia, like the pod racer games back in the day on like Nintendo 64 and
Yeah,
shit
I
were
mean,
really,
and that's not
really a big thing.
I
Yeah.
can skip over it. It's a racer, Star Wars. Yeah, fun for people, but I have no emotional connection. I've
Yeah,
heard
it's
I've
alright.
heard about the Chinese super games. Most of the super games have
Yeah,
been kind of
there was a few like this list doesn't really talk about like some of the like repeat stuff. Like it doesn't
mm,
bring up there was like the Chinese MMO something where the winds whatever whatever what the fuck it's called was
also the
that one that was shown.
one of the gotchas
Yeah, and it
though.
doesn't show, and this doesn't show any of the gacha either because I guess GameSpot is just racist. I guess they don't
Against
like
gotchas?
no, against Chinese developed fucking games
You mean
because
gotcha?
most of the gacha is Chinese developed. Nah, I'm just fucking. But
Yeah.
like, I just kind of like, I mean, yeah, Phantom Blade Zero, it looked kind of cool. It looked cool. It looked pretty good. Like, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I went
yeah.
over it, but I skipped even watching this because it doesn't really look interesting to me. I mean, you can get me for a good, character action, but these super games haven't really appealed to me. These Chinese super games. Naruto
Mm.
Mega Man. I forgot Naruto. I did see
Yeah,
some
but
people.
that was another one. You would have expected more. I would have expected more people than my feeds to be talking about Mega Man, but no.
Uh, it is because it's 2D and it's kind of looks simple, I believe. But I did see people talking about from. Oh man, this looks way better than the previous game. Was it
Mm,
the previous game 11
mm.
or like 12? Anyway, this Mega Man's model looks better than the previous game models, so they're kind of hopeful
I
in
mean,
general.
look, yeah, it looks like I said, it looks alright.
Hmm. High
Yeah,
Guard. Oh,
yeah, it looks alright.
I saw some talk
Ah,
about
yes.
this.
So Ellie, so what happened with this game, right? Was
Hmm.
so you know the meme about Jeff Keighley where it's like, hey guys, listen, this game is going to change your fucking life. It is the hypest thing you are ever going to see. It is going to revolutionize gaming. I played it myself, right? And I was,
Hmm.
oh man, when you guys see this game, you're gonna come in your pants. And then it's like the game, and it's like kindergarten shit, right?
Yeah.
That that is this game. That is this game. Because Jeff Keighley was like, listen, guys, we got one more announcement. One more big announcement for the show. It's gonna be this is made by the same people that made Apex Legends and Titanfall, right? They've split off of EA and they've made their own studio. And this, oh man, it's gonna be like the coolest thing you've ever fucking seen, right? I played it myself, right? He literally did say, I played it myself. It's so fucking cool. And then you watch the trailer, and it's just another fucking hero shoot. It's another fucking Concord.
Closed in 6 months.
It's fucking, it's fucking Concord 2.0. And everyone is just like, what the fuck? Shit. So fucking funny. And look, like, I don't even think, like, look, I don't even think it looked that bad, right? Like, it didn't look that bad, right? It looked okay. It's just the funny part is, like, just how hyped up Jeff got about the game, and then it's shown, and it's if you've ever, I know you probably haven't watched Smiling Friends, but there's a meme from Smiling Friends where there's like a guy who's like a millionaire or whatever, and he's doing like this show, this like stage show, and everyone's like booing the stage show, and he's like, "What? How could they hate this? We spent $8 billion on." Right?
Yeah.
How could? That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like to me, right? So it's not. It does not inspire hope. It does not inspire.
Yeah,
so do you have any take
announcing
on it?
hero shooters at this stage, not very.
Well, I think the problem is like I wouldn't be surprised if this game's been in development for like what 6. It's like because that was the problem with Concord, right? Because remember we talked about Concord quite extensively on the cast. We did like a history thing on it where we kind of were like, okay, so it was like it started development around when Overwatch 1 was at its peak, right? So they're probably like, oh man, hero shooters are gonna be like the coolest thing ever. We need to get in on the hero shooters, right? Big hero shooters. But then by the time the game actually comes out, everyone is like, yeah, hero shooters are gay. We don't care about hero shooters anymore. Right? Everyone fucking like Overwatch has lost its like darling status. Everyone hates Overwatch 2. No one likes Overwatch, right? Battleborn failed, right? That was a fucking financial failure. That no one played that. Pretty much, yeah. I don't even like Apex is still going okay, from what I understand. There's like a few of them that are still going okay, but for the most part, no one's really into like the hero shooters anymore. It would kind of past that stage, right? Past that era of video games. So, but the issue is they've probably had this in development and they've put so much money into it. It's kind of like, yeah, can't stop now, I guess. Might as well fucking do it. Oh man.
Yeah, should we?
So yeah, that's my.
I can just skim through the winners real quick.
Yeah, I guess if you want to.
Clear up score winner of the game.
Do you even have anything to say about Hiker?
No, like I can see it failing pretty quick. I don't really see a future in for the hero shooters today.
It's like I said, you had Concord 2.0. Yeah, it feels like Concord. So anyway, I'm watching through your stream, through the restream. So I'm going to be a bit delayed, but Game of the Award. Yeah, so it's the Expedition 33 Awards basically.
Yeah,
they won like 9 fucking awards.
I mean, I guess it's the first time ever that Xbox will win something in the Game Awards. It got Doom the Dark Ages for accessibility.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Best ongoing it was for No Man's Sky. That's cheating because that wins the award every time. Get a new thing.
So Games for Impact is kind of interesting because there's been a bit of like information kind of come out about that Game of the South thing, where basically it's interesting how it's a game for Impact, but it's only sold like 10,000 fucking copies or something. Like it kind of tied into because I think I remember saying something like that while we were watching it. I was like, "What? Wait a minute! Like, what the fuck? How's this Games for Impact?" I didn't even know that game came out. I didn't even know it was out. I thought it just vanished. Also, yeah, best mobile game.
Yeah. Uma Musume.
Yeah, the fucking presenter is struggling for her life.
Jeff Keighley was also struggling earlier.
Yeah, Uma.
It was funny to see.
It was very funny.
That make the issues worth it. Although it is cheating because it's always right. The people have a vote. It's a small vote, but they have a vote in these categories. If a gacha game wins, they hand out free pulls, free rewards.
Yeah, they handed out like 1,000 currency or something. I saw that.
So there is like a financial incentive to vote for the gacha that you have over it being actually good or anything. It's like an actual
well, I
corruption.
guess the something that wasn't covered in the GameSpot article because again they're racist.
Mm.
I'm gonna keep memeing about that. Arknight's Winfield. Arknight's Infield. Arknight's Winfield. No, Ellie, it's Arknight's Soonfield. 22nd of January.
Oh.
Let's fucking go.
I heard you saying something about Arknights when you were saying something when we were watching it.
Yeah, they had an entire song from One Republic. So yeah, big good shit. It's very good. So yeah, Arknight's Soonfield. No longer Winfield. It was funny because the Arknight's official Twitter for Infield actually was like, yeah, Arknight's Winfield. Nah, it's Arknight's Soonfield now. So yeah, I love it when the devs are in on the joke. They get the right.
Apparently, Naruto, that Divinity was the statue thing. What got leaked, and Larian now the banner for Larian's.
Oh yeah,
Twitter
they put the leak on the banner. Yeah.
It was funny.
It was the way it got leaked was through trademark. Like the people looked up the trademark.
Yeah, ratings and whatnot.
Yeah, which is a shame. It's a shame, but you know it is what.
Oh, here's the thing, right? So the player's choice, the 100%
yeah,
Withering what is the incentive here?
I mean, I prefer Withering Waves over Genshin because Genshin's been around longer, so
I guess, but you know,
I'm okay.
In a sense, I would vote Silk Song over.
Oh, you're just salty. Silk Song didn't win. Come on, don't.
Well,
don't
it
fucking
won.
It won
like Action Game or whatever it was. What did it win? Like
it won something. It did.
Action Adventure, right? Yeah,
so,
Action Adventure.
It is. Oh man. But anywho.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have a video. We've got a 10-minute video games because look, Ali, video games are over.
Oh damn, we just talked about them though.
We just talked about them, but it's done. There's no more. It's so over. We can't stand modern gaming, right? Fuck modern gaming. Modern gaming is terrible. I can't stand it so much. I'm going to go and get a drink because I actually haven't gotten my can yet.
Ooh.
So I'll be right.
Hey, Samuel, you're safe. The video hasn't started, so you're safe. Sorry, I'm very lazily and cheatily doing something different at the same time as I'm streaming thing. It is about Cool Japan. Somebody mentioned. Somebody mentioned in a Discord Rina no Lagan. Lagran. So Naretsu, you know I have to mention. Did you know it was made with the Cool Japan money?
Oh,
interesting,
it's
right?
A big conspiracy. Yeah, Sammy's probably sitting here wondering, "Where's my conditioning? I haven't. Did I miss it? Did I? No, you did not, because I hadn't actually gotten the can yet. So anyway, come over here and give it a good
classic one.
Classic. So this is a guy. This is a man. I assume he's a man. Quartz V2. I don't know who he is. But he has a video called "I Can't Stand Modern Gaming," because games are just games are just a nice crisp crack. Yes.
There we go.
Games. Oh no! Ellie is showing us the behind the scenes. Oh no, Ellie, what are you doing?
Nah, don't worry. We'll get fixed in 1 second.
Rep. Everyone's gonna see that we have no viewers. What are you doing? Post a cringe. But anyway,
we're gonna lose subscribers.
No, you're gonna show off the stream key. We're gonna get the channel stolen. No.
Sure.
But anyway, yeah. But anywho, so yeah, pretty much, Yeah, I don't know anything about this video. You posted. You were like,
I
we
also
wanted a shorter video because we were going to do Game Awards and anime, because we got anime to talk about as well, right? So we got a bit to get through. So we thought we'd do a short video that we can crank through. And so this was the result. So if it's a bad video, you can blame Ellie. It's Ellie's fault.
I'll blame the video for being bad. So thank you.
All right. Okay. Anyway, so let's just get right into it.
So I'm going to give you guys a scenario really quick. So you're on the home screen of, like, say, your Xbox or your computer or whatever, and you have a whole library of games to choose from, and you sit there, you scroll for about 5 minutes, and then you end up saying, I'm tired of it, I can't choose anything, I'm done, turn off the Xbox and leave it as is. I've been here, and I know you guys have been here too. And I will say that's one of the things I've struggled with playing games is overwhelming. The feeling of being overwhelmed by choice is what I would describe it as.
See, the term for this is choice paralysis.
You mean to say it's not
it is a thing, and it is an actual thing. It happens to me a lot, actually. Like when I was on the trip, I went to this like place, and there's like all of these different food places in this one place, right? It's like a big mall type, right? And it's kind of like, oh, what are we gonna have to eat, right, for lunch, right? And because there's just so many fucking choices, right? You just get paralyzed, and you end up wasting like fucking 20 minutes figuring out what the fuck you want to have to eat, right? Because there's so many fucking choices to do. So what he's describing is an actual thing. I'm just not sure if I don't think that's necessarily a problem with gaming, as in like the people making games, or the fact that there's so many games coming out. It feels like seems like a you problem, is what I'm.
Yeah. This is not yet a criticism of game industry. It's just, I have games.
I mean, he's only half a minute in. I just kind of wanted to chime in with the whole.
Preempt some stuff.
Choice paralysis is real. You do get that sometimes when you're like, oh, I want to play something, but I don't know what I want to play, right? But for me, I usually just kind of like pick a game, and then I'll kind of stick with it for a while, and then move on to something. Like, because right now I'm doing like a bunch of MechWarrior stuff. I'm playing a lot of MechWarrior mercs. I picked up the DLC that just came out, Shadow of Kerensky, because it was on sale after I got back from the trip. So I thought, I didn't spend a lot of money on the trip, so I'll just buy that for myself, right, for like $20.
Yeah, and, I mean, I bought myself my Metroids, and but I'm being kind of busy with the touching grass and buying color and 3D printing.
Yeah, sometimes you just got other things that you want to do. And I have fun with my gotcha games too. Like
although I suppose I've been making. I suppose I've been making time for Helldivers. I've played some Helldivers, like a couple, an hour or two the past few days.
Yeah.
Defending democracy once again.
Yeah. So anywho, let's continue. See where he goes with this.
Or say you're on a game for about 5-10 minutes, and you realize I'm not really enjoying the game that I'm actually playing. I'm just playing it because either you're bored, or you just have nothing else better to do, or maybe you just feel like you need to, or you feel like you have to. You just don't feel like the gaming experience that you're trying to get is not fulfilling at that point. I've been through this multiple times, and whenever this feeling comes up or it just happens, I try to step away for a little bit. I try to maybe not play anything for a little bit, maybe just try to like read a book, or like try to get myself used to the idea that maybe maybe it's not the game that is the problem, it's me. Maybe the problem is that I've become so like overstimulated with playing games that I don't find it fun anymore. The reason I'm making this video, honestly, is to look back at obviously the catalogs of my own thoughts and stuff like that, and hopefully I can help people out there that are watching this video for sure. I recently found out that I enjoy playing older games nowadays.
So this is gonna be a new thing bad, old thing good. new things bad. Yeah, old
And not to,
things.
old games are good. I'm not going to deny that old game good is good, but I'm playing Helldivers. Helldivers is new. I'm playing, Crusader
Yeah.
Kings. Crusader
Dude,
Kings is good.
Metroid literally just came out.
A week ago. So, and
Yeah.
there are other games. Well, Stellaris is like 10 years old by now. Just maybe it's cheating, but it's been updated for this entire time. It's also a big 4X game, and I do sympathize a little bit with the. I'm not really doing anything when I'm playing another of my 4X games without the story, without the narrative. Just me, my adventure through time and space and events is the story of what I did and the lineage of my characters and the empire that I built. That can go from I should have a story, but then I pick I from well I never I've been halfway through Nier. I didn't finish Nier. I know the story of Nier, but not myself. Let me play Nier again, and then I play Nier again, and then you can criticize me for endlessly grinding the gear out for the weapon upgrades instead of doing the story. But I'm done with that now, so I can do the story, and now I'm getting a fulfilling story. And at the same time I'm doing Metroid. Metroid has a story, characters that and small character arcs and growth and bonding with those people. Yeah, in that sense, I sympathize with not feeling fulfilled, but it's kind of a you thing if you have to pick out your own emotional resonance things. I can imagine that the Call of Duties might not be very emotional resonant. Maybe this, the Soul Reaver has a story.
I think man just got to pick the right games to play, right? Like I can't talk about MechWarrior, right? Because MechWarrior is great because there's a lot of what I describe as only in MechWarrior moments, right? And I might actually go grab it, and I'll get you boot up the bot, Ellie. Boot up the bot. I'm getting an image.
I didn't boot up the bot.
Boot up the bot. Get the bot going.
It's bot.
So you have. So there's one of the moments. This isn't the one that's related to the image, but one of the moments is I'm in a mission, right, and I'm making my way back to the main story after doing some DLC, right, going across the galaxy, right, and I'm doing missions to kind of. There's like a whole mechanic around rival mercenary companies where if you like do a mission within their territory, they might like drop in and either help you out or try to kill you, right? Because you're in their territory. And so I'm deliberately doing that to kind of progress that like sub DLC, right? Where like you get experience if you like fight other mercenary companies. And so I do this drop where it's I'm making a shitload of money off this drop. Got to go and destroy a bunch of like buildings and stuff, and it's all going well, right? We get to like the end of the mission, and like I get the ring, rival mercenary company here. What you doing, Bucko? We're cutting off your exfil. Fuck you. And they drop in, and they drop an entire fucking lance of Grand Dragons. Which I know doesn't mean anything to you, but they're like
big scary units.
It's the Grand Dragons are like really souped up heavy mechs that have got fucking cannons and shit. It was a fun fight. It was a really fun fucking fight, right? And that's kind of like again, that's like a fucking only in MechWarrior moment. And then you have other moments where it's like I was trying to get to an exfil, we'd just like finished the mission. And the game dropped like because usually it likes to drop like some enemy mechs on you like before you leave, right? And I'm just ignoring them because I'm kind of like whatever, it'll be fine. And then I fucking hear from my man Shinzang, if only I could and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? And then I get to the evac, like I see that his mech's dead, and I'm like, oh fuck, okay. But I get to the exfil and I get out of the mission, And the man got fucking like look at this picture, right? The picture tells the story.
One sec. Got to
I
go to the
already
correct
I already
scenes.
I already
Yeah,
posted it in the chat.
yeah.
Look at this picture, guys. Look at this is a picture that tells 1,000 words, right?
If you know where to look,
This is what.
apparently.
Oh no, this is what I call this is visual storytelling, right? This is visual what I call visual storytelling, right? So you got look, status dead,
Yes.
right? You look at that awesome. What's missing on that awesome paper doll? What's missing?
Maybe a hat.
What? Yeah, maybe a cockpit, maybe. And then it gets even better if you understand the mechanics of the game, because you look at like, okay, the damage to the awesome, right,
Mhm.
was 40k, right, 400k, right. Total damages throughout the mission was 9. So
Oh,
most
she's half.
like most of the damage was his fucking face getting blown off and him getting like eviscerated. You know, his entire cockpit just gone. So whatever the fuck killed him, like just like headshotted the fuck out of him, and he got fucking annihilated. And you know, such is the way of the merc, right? Such is poor Xinjiang. I'm gonna have to tell his dad that his son got fucking annihilated.
Oh yeah, but games can make these stories. So I was doing a Helldiver, and Helldivers just recently introduced lava planets, and I'm a good excuse to put all my super flame resistant stuff, because usually I rock the you have more grenades outfit, but now I have excuse to pull out the flame resistant stuff. So I'm having fun with that, and we do a mission, la 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 la, doing the final stand for the evac comes, etc etc, and then I just keep firing, not noticing that the evac has arrived and is now departing. So I was just laying there, sniping bots from the way distance, while the evac was counting down, and I didn't notice. So now, what do you do, Naretsu? Oh yeah, that Helldiver is still on the planet fighting till this day. You say it to yourself. It's a fun, small anecdote amongst many things you can do, many stories you can tell in Helldivers. And the same for any, kind of self-narrative gaming thing. Yeah, sometimes I do need a break from my 4X, types, or make your own story games.
And I think the point I'm kind of making here is like, depending on the type of game you're playing, like, because again, like my stories with MechWarrior, like none of that is like actual story. It's organic shit that happens through gameplay, right? It's an organic experience that just happens to it just happens. So when this guy's talking about like, oh, I'm not feeling it right, I think that his issue is a mixture of, he has the choice paralysis, but also he's just not playing the right kind of games to get the feeling that he's after.
And playing old games is a bit cheating, because you already have this emotional connection to them. So you can,
especially if you played them as a kid. If you played them as a kid, it's kind of like,
And even a small difference, right? Because I like Metroid Prime 2, like better than 1. 3 is very fine. It's a fine game. I'm having fun with 4. I'm a bit iffy on whether I would place 3 above 4 or 4 above 3. It doesn't matter in this case. But I don't have the original GameCube version of Metroid Prime 2. I do have the trilogy for the Wii, but it's not the same. It's not the same controller. It
doesn't feel the same.
No. It's so I'm not really feeling like. I mean, I should play it because it's still Metroid Prime 2, but nah, it's not the same. It's not the same emotional connection. So I'm leaving it there. And I think it's very bad. I really want to play Fire Emblem again, but was Fire Emblem back on this Nintendo Classics. I'm going to check right now because I have my Switch here. But,
Yeah, I don't know.
That is one of those older emotional things. Oh, Fire Emblem. I mean, the last Fire Emblem, Engage wasn't very good, but there's some reasons. We don't. I can explain, but I won't. But Three Houses was very good. I just replayed some Fire Three Houses not too long ago. I believe I mentioned that. And the new Fire Emblem game looks good. Well, it
Yeah.
looks in the same style as Three Houses, so the next Fire Emblem game probably will be fine as well. So it's not the game. It's not the games. The games are fine. Oh no Fire Emblem. Wario World got added. Never played that one. Maybe I should do that.
So anywho, let's get back to it.
I don't play new AAA titles. I haven't even touched the new Call of Duty that came out, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I heard it was.
We have found the issue. Oh, AAA games. Which games? Call of Battlefield.
I think you can kind of see the interesting fact because we just talked about the Game Awards. What's the interesting thing about the Game Awards this year?
No first-person shooters, barely.
No, not even that. Not even that. Like no real 99% of the games that were shown or highly praised or highly emphasized, none of them were AAA. You didn't see any EA games, right?
No.
You didn't see any Ubisoft games. I know Assassin's Creed Shadows got nominated, right? And so there were nominations for AAA stuff, but none of the AAA games won anything. Every single announcement was not really a AAA game. There wasn't any really news from AAA games. I know that GameSpot didn't show any of the gacha stuff, but I don't think most people would consider gacha games AAA games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's this interesting kind of I'm glad to see it actually, right? This kind of shift from big companies making these games to kind of these more smaller kind of projects with smaller budgets. You look at Obscura itself, or not Obscura, Expedition, right? You look at Expedition itself, right? That was ex Ubisoft devs, right? Forming their own studio, budget of about $10 million, right? Which is low in comparison to. I think I saw a thing on Twitter. There was an image on Twitter that was you have stuff like Assassin's Creed Shadows or whatnot that costs $100 billion or some shit, right? All these AAA games that cost hundreds of billions of dollars, and yet you have the game of the year that won 9 awards was this kind of small French team on a budget of 10 million making this kind of RPG, right? Turn-based RPG, and it fucking sold fantastically and did really well, right? I think because if people, long-time listeners of the show, right, I've always said that eventually we're going to hit heat death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where AAA games are going to become so fucking expensive and so costly that it's unsustainable. You cannot continue to infinitely expand like this. So I'm glad that what seems to be happening is instead of having the video game crash that I was expecting to happen, we're seeing kind of these splinter groups happen. Going back to the Yakuza thing, right? You have the guy who created Yakuza, he's splintered off and he's now doing his own with this thing. Also, I was looking it up and I was wrong. The actor's name's not Don Lee. I don't know where I got Don Lee.
It was Italian sounding, but I'm not going to.
I don't remember where the fuck I got that from. It was what is his name? It's Ma Dong-suk. Ma Dong. It's a Korean name. It's Ma Dong-sik. Sok. E-C-O-K. Ma Dong-suk. I don't know the pronunciation. I apologize. But he's I like him. But anyway, you have these kind of splinter groups, splinter devs starting to appear where they're making these more lower budget, mid-range AA type experiences that are not all about big fancy graphics and big big production values.
I mean, I
know,
get
maybe
in
they'll
a
get some-
sense, Mind's Eye was to become the next GTA, and it was a splinter group, and it crashed and burned because it could never realize
Oh yeah, it's not.
that
You're not
promise.
always. Yeah, you're not always. You're not always going to have success stories, right? There's obviously.
Oh
going
no,
to
no,
be
I mean
stuff
that
is...
Mind's Eye was not going for the lower budget. They were a brand new studio because one guy was involved with making GTA 5 at one point, and he was like, "No, I'm going to make a better GTA with, and I'm going to need all the money." And then the money ran out, and then he made a very bad game, and he then blamed conspiracy, blamed other people for it. That's what happens when you don't scale down your costs and production on.
Yes. Definitely. No, I agree. So it is interesting, yeah, how, and I think what needs to happen is, yeah, a lot of these guys, right, like this guy, right, they need to kind of get out of this like AAA is king mindset. Like everything revolves around the AAA games, and kind of like try and see things in a more, I guess, a holistic style where you're seeing like the entire like vast swath of the industry, right? Like you go on Steam, like right now, Bandai Namco's got a sale going on right now. Hell, you can get Assassin's Creed Valhalla for like $9. Like Jesus. Are we there yet? Was one. I'm just looking at what's on my front page, right? Like you've got your Sports Fest is going on right now, Withering Waves, Battlefield RedSec, which is like the free to play extraction shooter thing that they're doing. I think it's like a battle royale or whatever. I haven't played it. Yeah, like there's a lot of these games that are coming out that are like, kind of these more lower scale type things that are getting a lot of attention, right? They're getting a lot of attention because I think people have been burned out on hyper realistic, graphic, AAA style type shit. I was seeing, before we could do the video, a little sidetrack. I saw a interesting tweet about like PS1, PS2 era kind of graphics, right? And how people kind of want to return to not like hyper realism, but realism style, right? Like if you think about like old Dead or Alive, right, from like the Xbox era, right? That kind of like it's obviously a realistic style, but it's not trying to be hyper realism where it's like, oh, you can see every single bead of sweat.
No, I mean, I guess in the same sense, like Halo. Halo has human characters that look fine, but they're not realistic humans. And in that sense, Metroid has humans. They look human, but they're not, poor detailed, or they have, kind of sillier faces. Yeah, so that's that are humans that is a human, but they're not those hyper realistic humans. They're kind of like, I guess, in the same vein as Resident Evil, because Leon looks like Leon, but not a real life old Leon.
I have to like, let me have a look, because I'll try and find like the tweet that I was, because it was like there was a tweet that I was looking at yesterday that was kind of like a really good example of kind of what I'm talking about in terms of the style that I think people kind of want to like go back to, right? Like this, like I'm thinking about like PlayStation, like PlayStation 1, like CGI type stuff, right? Let me see, because it might be in my my X history. Just looking at what the hell? Let me see. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Here we go. You might have to do a bit of fuckery. It's not going to be, because it's a Twitter video and not really an image, right?
I'll see what I can do.
Here you go. I put it in the chat. It's a video. Well, it's a video in the Discord chat. You can open it up in Discord in a new tab. or something, or copy the link. I don't know, but like this is kind of what I'm talking about, right? Where like it's like this is the kind of shit I think people want. I reckon if you put out a game today that looked like this, people would be all over it. But not like in a modern sense, right? Like, because I think a lot of games try to like copy this kind of style, but they don't really like nail it because they're not like they don't understand what they're trying to like imitate.
Let's see if Twitter allows me to watch it without an account login.
Oh, probably not. You gotta log into that side account you've got. I mean, like I said, if you go, I think in the
I
Discord,
think I forgot
if you,
what the password to that thing was.
Oh no! Oh, I do.
Let's see.
What are we gonna do?
It's loading, but it doesn't. It's not playing.
Oh,
for some reason.
Well, I'll just link the tweet in the chat.
Never mind.
I
have to click.
wait,
I clicked the loading video and then it played.
Oh, okay. There you go. But yeah, this is what I mean, right? This is what I mean. Like, I reckon we need to see more shit like this.
Oh,
We
this
see
is
more shit like this.
Ridge raising.
Yeah. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean with the style, right? Like it's clearly it's stylized, right?
Yeah.
It's a stylized version of realism, right? And it's I think that's what we gotta go back to. We gotta go back to this. We need more of this. We need more of this. That's what we need. So, yeah, we got a little bit off topic. Let's.
I'm already heading back.
Anyway, let's keep hearing about how this man's got a gamer depression. I guess. Game depression.
It's really fun, but I feel like I would play it for like 5 to 10 minutes and just not enjoy it. So I've been playing a lot more older games, and I've felt a lot more comfortable.
There it is. No, sorry. Sometimes if I'm not in the right window for some reason, the video doesn't play, but the sound does.
Yeah,
so it's fixed.
All right.
Playing the game up with, rather than a new AAA title that has come out. So I think the reason being is because with the older games back in the day, you could just pop the disc in and it worked. You didn't have to download no updates. You didn't have to download nothing. It was just, you just pop the game in, you boot up the load screen for whatever game you're playing, and it just straight up worked. And I really do like that simpleness that gaming used to have. And I think a lot of games nowadays have not perfected that. There's too many steps that you have to take before you even boot into the game nowadays, is what it feels like.
Do you mind any steps you need to take before you can play an old game through emulators or whatever?
Yeah, that's gonna be the other thing, right? Because I've been kind of looking into like Steam Deck / handheld PCs lately. I'm kind of keen to get one, but they're fucking expensive. I've been looking at the secondhand market for them. Because I've been thinking of buying one for myself, but I kind of want to I don't want to buy it like at full price because they're really expensive down here. But I mostly want it for, because obviously they're better for emulation and older stuff, right? Because they are
older hardware.
You can play newer games on them, but they're only going to play at like 40, 30 FPS, and you're not going to have a lot of battery life on them, right? Like it's you got to have realistic expectations for a handheld computer, right? At least at this point, I think in the future, like in a few more generations, like stuff like the Steam Deck are going to be really good, but we'll see how it plays out, especially with the RAM shortages and all that stuff going on right now, and how AI is fucking everyone over. But in my process of looking into that, right, I have been looking into what is the process of doing emulation on a Steam Deck or whatever, and having to download the programs and get the ROMs and get the stuff, right, get the ISOs and all this kind of stuff. Like it's not impossible, right? It's not like you can't do it. You can do it. It's just, it is a little bit more work than I think this guy is kind of leading on. Unless, of course, you just own the old console and you just fucking play.
But
you're playing it classic style.
But that's.
I mean, how many people have that set up? Like my brother's got the old Xbox set up at his place, so I do. Some people do just have the old stuff set up, But a lot of people, I don't think they do. I mean, the other thing that I was kind of looking into is you can jailbreak your old shit. Like if you have like a PlayStation 3 or a 360 or, you know, even an original Xbox and stuff, you can like modify them and jailbreak them and, you know, turn them into emulation boxes, right?
Mhm.
That is another option to do. But, you know, so I guess that kind of, but again, like that depends on what you have and how much you're willing to kind of invest
And that's
in
a
setting
big
them up.
hassle to get the old consoles, to get the old games, because just
If
to
you don't
to
already
rub
have them,
salt
yeah.
in rubbing salt in my own wounds, I lost Metroid Prime 2, my favorite Metroid game. I lost Fire Emblem, both the Fire Emblem GameCube and Wii games. I lost
There's
Rayman
also been,
3.
I saw a tweet recently about like a lot of like DS games are like getting lost because like the cartridges are failing.
So
Because
yeah,
they have like they only have like a 15-year shelf life, and then like I guess like the internal batteries in them start
was it
like
like
corrupting
I
the
thought it said like
fucking
5
files or
years.
something.
But I played
I
like
don't know. Like I don't know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if even some of my DS games have stopped working because I haven't used them in so long. Right? Like
I played a DS game that I had for years and years and never played them, and then I booted it up
I've
and it
just
worked
heard, I
just
saw
fine.
a tweet about it because there was a guy talking about how my DS games aren't loading in my DS anymore, and people are
I
like,
thought
yeah,
I
it's because
saw the same thing, but I very much know that
they start corrupting themselves or something because of like the cartridges or something
or
like that.
battery
It's
runs
something to
out
do
or
with
something.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it's flash memory, like you do have to like power them up every now and then because flash memory does like degrade
Mm.
over time if you don't power. It's like with an SSD, right? Like an SSD, you if you don't power up an SSD, then it's going to yeah, good thing Nintendo is still selling them, right? Yeah. Like with an SSD, right? Because it's flash storage. Flash storage, it's not like a hard drive, right? With a physical hard drive, it etches the data into like the metal disk. You don't like, yeah, that will degrade eventually, but it's way less of a like possibility because
Mm.
essentially, okay, tech talk with Naretsu the Perv. An SSD works because you have a magnetized like chip, right? And it creates like it puts the data by magnetizing the ions or whatever in the chip, right? And I'm butchering the terminology here, but just bear with me, right? And so if you don't power it on, what will happen is those magnets start to lose strength because there's no charge in them, right? And so data is going to start to go through the layers and start to corrupt. So what I think is probably happening with the DS cartridge situation is people aren't popping them in and keeping them charged. Like with your instance, if you're playing the game like every 1 or 2 years, right? Like every so often, right? It's probably not going to get corrupted because it's probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
But over time, what will probably happen is like they'll start to like degrade if you don't keep them powered, right? And then the other issue is obviously SSDs have a limited amount of read-write cycles because like as they read and write, the magnets get weaker and weaker and weaker as they degrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another problem with it. But moving on,
Well,
say it with me, piracy. Yeah, piracy is the way to go. Yeah, game preservation.
But just to say, Naretsu, this game that I mentioned, I didn't touch for over 5 years, and it booted up, and my save file was still there and running and fine, etc. So
yeah, it's not
a guaranteed radioactive decay certainty. It is a chance still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't. Yeah, it's not a super guarantee, but it's a thing to keep in mind. So yeah, I reckon. But looping back to the video because I got a little bit sidetracked by tech talk there. But I think that he's kind of understating the resistance here, right? And I think he's overstated because, like with MechWarrior, like I could just boot up MechWarrior 5 right now. I just click the button on my desktop, it just opens. There's not really a whole lot of steps involved in booting up MechWarrior, right? Like I guess if you're playing like if you're playing like I don't know Call of Duty, and Call of Duty's like updating every fucking like few months or something, right? Like I guess you could I guess you can say something along the lines of there's a bit of a a problem there, right? It's a bit of an issue, right?
I
I get that because,
I have so many
but
games, and even my I guess the longest game that is loading is like Crusader Kings, because it will load like 1,000,000 characters with all their own stats and in a very detailed map and whatnot. But other than that, Helldivers, I'll be in a game, it's loaded on an SSD
yeah,
that
you boot
helps.
that up and it's like, yeah, you're in a game in like 2 seconds.
I woke up,
pretty
I walk
quick.
onto the bridge, I walk another 2 steps, and I'm in front of a mission, and if I'm on the planet already, click ER, search game, enter game, done. I'm on the planet.
Yeah, boom.
Or,
boom bang.
and if it's
boom,
like
bang,
an
you're good.
RPG-ish type game, Nier that I'm playing,
Mm.
load game, and I'm in. Splash
yeah,
screen,
bing,
and
bang.
all done.
Yeah, boom, bang, you're
And
done.
that's not to
big,
mention,
yeah.
before we move on, it's not to mention, Hades, Loop Hero, Vampire Survivor, all these indie type games,
yeah,
or whatever.
GFL, I hit the button, it loads up. It's pretty good. Sometimes there's an update every when they do a new content update. Nothing.
Or Metaphor, load game and you're done, or whatever.
Yeah, I think he's kind of he's both understating and overselling.
Yeah.
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. But anywho, let's.
So I've been playing PlayStation 3 games, and I've been playing PlayStation 2 games just here and there, and even some PlayStation 1 games. And I've been enjoying the experience that it's given me. That I can just pop in the game, play it for like about a couple hours, and then when I'm done, I can just save it to the memory card and then just hop off. Honestly, it's the more simple gaming that I miss, because especially with my life, and in my life where I work a normal job and I also do YouTube in my free time, I'm constantly doing something. I'm constantly busy. And if I do have the time to squeeze in a little bit of gaming, I want something quick. I want something to just pop in real quick, and I want something to provide me enough entertainment without taking away from the whole gaming experience. And I feel like modern games have done that with like microtransactions, battle passes, or just paywalls in general.
Play Vampire Survivor or something.
I hate to say it, but you choose the games that you play, my man.
If I boot up Warhammer, Total War Warhammer, I know I'm in there for a couple of hours at minimum. If I when Terra Invicta has its 1.0 release, I know that game session is 8 hours. I know that in advance. Just plan accordingly. If you know you don't have the time for it, then don't start. I kind of foolishly decided to do one last mission in Helldivers 2 before coming on stream here, and I made it. We're like, ooh, it was a bit close though, but I made it. Like, Noretsu didn't know I was almost late because I was playing a Helldivers mission. That's the calculations you make. I need to do one puzzle map thing in Slipspace, a game I see. I want to go do a quick quests. I know it's short in Nier. I want to do whatever you want to say.
Yeah, and again, it's my thing right now is like, you choose the games that you play, my man. Like, if you don't want to have the microtransaction, like, he's doing the thing that he should be doing. Go back and play some older
Samu,
stuff.
what is your 3DS games? Just to be curious, because there are a lot of good 3DS games.
Yeah, the 3DS is a good console.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff on.
Although it's not 3DS. Do you know the game Magic, where you were controlling some boy and you had to draw magic runes, and you had to had some monsters that were following you kind of awkwardly, and maybe I was just because I was younger. It was kind of awkward to control and hard to beat. I never beat it. I just have some fond memories of the box art. It looked nice.
Vaguely remembering. But anyway, let's keep going.
I don't think that's fun. I think you've taken the
Lost Magic.
actual gaming experience out of gaming when you do that. It's like even like loot boxes and stuff like that. Like it's just not fun when you do that. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's fun to spend a stupid amount of money on a game to get the perfect skin you want or whatever. I think that's when it becomes more about a cash grab than an actual gaming experience, you know? And honestly, that's why I've been playing retro games recently, is because of that reason. I like the idea of like how older games, basically they've designed them for the user experience. They designed these games to be fun. They designed them to basically you pay it one time and then you have the full experience.
No, the thing of the not in the right window, the video stops. Moving.
Oh no.
Unrelated, Naretsu. This is another just because I knew it. Here's the box art for Lost Magic, the European version. If you remember, this game.
I'll see it when it comes. Are you bringing it up on stream?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see it when it comes up.
5, 3, 2.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, I don't remember that one.
But this is the European box art. As you can imagine, the America box art looks a little bit different. Raw, dragon, scary.
Modifying. I've heard there's some good mods for the 3DS. The 3DS is quite a moddable console. There's some good stuff you can do with it. But anywho, back to our man's kind of point.
Alright, but he is US box art, scary monster, dragon, angry face, and European box art, cool, chilling, eating apple.
Based, cool, chill, yeah.
Just for fun.
Again, I feel like a lot of this man's like stuff is it's just kind of like, yeah, you choose the games that you play, right? Like if you don't play Fortnite if you don't want the battle passes, right?
Yeah.
Don't play the games, the gooms that have the things that you're burnt out on, right? It is a very simple kind of like concept, but I think a lot of people fail at this one simple task, right? Yeah, it's you can limit, you can criticize these like monetary systems, right, and stuff like that, but he's not actually doing that. He's just kind of being like, oh, I'm so depressed, Ellie. I'm so depressed. My games. Oh no. And it's like, I don't have that problem. I play MechWarrior. No microtransactions there. Just full DLC expansions that add like entire new fucking shit. I don't have to worry about that.
I guess I could say the same thing about Crusader Kings. Whole new regions and lane nations and systems and Stellaris or whatnot. And
yeah, exactly. So anyway, let's keep going. See if he actually makes a point.
Experience. And I understand stuff like DLC is
stupid.
Is a really big part of gaming now, and I think it is a really good thing that gaming has done, that if they want to release more content for a game, that you can just download it to your Xbox or like to your computer or whatever. I think that's a really good thing. It's just that I don't know, when I buy a game, and like I want to have the experience when I buy it. I don't want to buy a game and then have it be broken on launch, or I don't want a game that...
See, again, this is why the smart thing to do, Ellie, is to just not fucking buy games until they're like 2 years old, right?
Yeah.
Don't buy the game at launch like I do. Like I don't buy games at launch that often, right? I fucking, I just, I wait for things to fucking be out. Like, I mean, I'm looking at getting Ace Combat 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because it's like $8. It's like $8 on Steam. I can just buy it. It does not worry. I don't have to worry about it, right? It's it's. I feel like so many people do this thing where it's like self-inflicted, right? It's the self-inflicted, because you don't have to like buy the game right away. You don't have to be on the cutting edge of all of the things, right? You can simply just fucking play, you can just wait. You can just wait and then get the version of the game that has all the DLC, right? Like all the DLC's out. all of it, they've stopped development or whatever. Like, there's no more updates. It's done. It's a finished game, right? Just wait another year or two. It's so easy, so easy. Just wait a little bit. And so yeah, I'm kind of like, I can't sympathize with the problem because I don't have that problem. I don't have the need.
I suppose when you're this kind of feels more like, oh, my youth, than, oh, bad microtransactions, because you can ignore microtransactions. It's not the game.
For the most part, yeah.
Well, even battle passes don't give you new weapons, right?
It depends on the game.
Well,
right?
like some Battlefield won't give you a new weapon in a battle pass. It will give you weapons based on your level or something.
I think they do, don't I don't know if it's due to the battle pass or due to updates. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Again, it depends on the game.
I mean, I guess Helldivers does, but that sounds like, I don't think that is the same. They use the same system in Battlefield as Helldivers, because Helldivers does a bit, things a bit unique. I feel with with the war bonds and whatnot.
The war bonds and stuff. Yeah, but anywho, let's.
It has bugs on day one. I want a game to be fully polished before it comes out, and I think a lot of like modern games have that issue. Like every game that I've even gotten so bad to where I have to wait a week to a month before I even think about buying a new game.
Bro, just wait 2 years, my man. Wait 2 years. You don't have to. You don't have to, right? You do not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Right, don't listen to me. I buy my big 4X games that will get an endless amount of updates on day one.
I think it. I mean, it obviously depends on like the game and how actually excited you are for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whether or not you care a lot. Like if something does. If I see a game and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually like super into this, I want to buy it at a price, then I will, right? But 9 times out of 10, I'm happy to just kind of wait for it to go down in price or be on like a major sale, right? It's one of those kind of things where people need to get their priorities, They need to realize that, and this isn't to excuse, right? This isn't to really excuse devs being lazy and not optimizing their shit, or putting out buggy games on release, right? I'm not trying to like exonerate them, right, on that. However, at the same time, I think I think these two problems could be solved at once by the same thing, right? If people didn't buy games on release because they expect the games to be buggy, then that means less money for that sends a message to devs. Hey, if you don't have your fucking game fixed on release, people are not going to buy it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if more people did my strategy of waiting 2-3 years for a game to get finished and then to buy it, right? I think that would actually probably send a message to the industry of, make sure your shit fucking works on release or people are not going to fucking buy it, right? So solve that problem real fucking fast.
Yeah, and I guess maybe one thing on it too. It's okay not to keep your hobbies, your lifelong. It's okay to fall out with a game type. I mean, I'm not that I haven't really kept track ever, but I can imagine I played a lot of this type of game before and less of it now. That's fine. You don't have to be obligated to like the same things your entire life. Yeah, that's basically the thing. Just because you don't have to like the same things your entire life. Yeah, sure, you liked Battlefield, but you don't have to like it today. That's my motto, my message to you. It's okay to like different things.
Yeah. So anyhow,
because seems like a lot of these newer games that come out, they have so many issues with them. Like I remember when I bought Helldivers on my
Oh no!
Helldivers
Oh,
2
no.
or 1? Different.
All right, let's listen. Let's listen to what he says.
My computer, and it was like day one when day one released. I bought the game and I was like, okay, let's try to get into a game, and the servers were so busy that I couldn't even get past the main menu screen. It was that bad.
Too. Yeah, Naruto, I came in like a week later because I kept hearing good things about it.
And it was fun. Yeah, I remember. Because I do remember like people saying that. Yeah, the game kind of got a bit. It was a bit more popular on release than they thought it was going to be.
A little bit.
Like it kind of. Yeah, they didn't really have like the server infrastructure. Like that happened with Tarkov actually recently. Tarkov came out on Steam. And it was way more popular than people kind of that the devs thought, so the servers got completely fucking destroyed. So yeah, fucking just yeah. It's fucking yeah. But anyway.
It was a 30-second wait time that was supposed to be in for the queue, and every time it would go to 30 seconds, it would reset. That's not fun. That's not fun to me. The fact that I paid full $60.
That's not a... Yeah, that's a game fault, I guess, but it's not modern games. That's not a modern games issue. That is as old as online gaming. Wasn't the Warcraft logins when it first came out terrible?
I remember when what Diablo game was it? There was like Diablo 4, was it?
3
came out.
When it started online.
It was a long time ago. There was like a Diablo game that came out and was like, yeah, the servers got fucking wrecked and no one could log
Warcraft is I guess like 20 years old, and Warcraft got 20 years ago got hit by the most egregious login times then. This is not a modern games thing. This is a popular games problem. So yeah, oh no, the game is so popular, this is terrible. This says a lot about gaming. No, it doesn't. It just means that the game was popular. You try to log into a very crowded server. This says nothing about really the game's qualities. What is the criticism?
I get the frustration, right? I do get the frustration of it, but I'm gonna tell you now, like, if you want to talk about an actual bad experience, Fallout 4 for me, right? I was so fucking hyped for Fallout 4. Like, I got the fucking special editions and like kind of shit, right? Yeah, I was
naive
like super
times.
into that. Yeah, naive times. I think I've talked about this before, actually, right? Where like I got it, and then I fucking play it, and it runs like absolute dog shit. On like at the time, my rig at the time, I still run the 1080 Ti, but I was running the 1080 Ti. I was running like X99 processor. It was only running at like 3.5 gigahertz, right? It was like not great, 16 gigs of RAM, right? Relatively slow RAM. Like, it wasn't like an amazingly spec'd system, but it was, you would expect something like Fallout 4 to still be able to run good on a rig like the one that I've got or had, right? But no, it ran like dog shit, and I was really like disappointed in the fact that like you could barely. It was so fucking annoying, right? And just yeah, it was fucking yeah. That to me is like real fucking disappointment when you buy the game and then it runs like fucking dog shit because it's unoptimized, right? And it just doesn't fucking run good. That to me is real fucking disappointment hours. But when we're talking about like, oh yeah, the servers got swamped on release, that is like an issue that will be solved relatively fucking quickly, right?
Either on the player side or the server side.
Yeah, just give it a little bit of time, but yeah. So anyway, let's keep
for this game that was supposed to work on launch. didn't. It's very discouraging, especially when you expect the game to work and it doesn't. And I'm not trying to, bash the game for what it was, but like my thing is it's honestly, it's like you wouldn't ever get that with like an older game back in like the PS2 or like the PS3.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, yeah. If you had a game, well, it was worse back then because like if you had a game that was shit, it was gonna fucking stay shit, right? Like if you had because you didn't get fucking like patches and online shit back then. Like if that game was fucking bad, it was bad forever, right? There was no patch in that shit, right? So I think
But,
he's being a little
I
bit
keep-
rose-tinted glassed here.
But I'm also keep harping up with the Warcraft because those servers got slammed. Those MMOs got slammed. This is not a modern game thing. This is popular game thing.
Yeah. Again, it's definitely, it is very much so, rose tinted glasses looking back, thinking everything was fine. It's like, no, if you had a game, and I think a big problem with this is everyone remembers the good games, right? Everyone remembers remembers the game that he's playing right now. I can't remember what it's called. But like everyone remembers the good ones, right? Yeah, Soul Reaver or whatever, or Legacy of Kain or whatever.
Yeah, Legacy of Kain, sorry.
Everyone remembers the good games, but they completely memory hole like all of the like just absolute fucking shovelware shit, right? That came out in those eras, right? Games that you don't like actually fucking remember shit about, right? Because they were shit, right? No, the same thing happens with anime too, right? Like everyone fucking memory holes like all of the anime that came out back in like the 80s and 90s and stuff that was just completely fucking forgettable and no one fucking remembers them at all.
Or even just fine shows that are forgotten because they were just fine. Nothing special in that sense.
Exactly. So, but again, the thing is at least now, right? Yeah, if a game is bad at release, they can patch it, they can fix it. Like look at No Man's Sky, right? I know, like, yeah, they shouldn't win the award every fucking year or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, that game came out and it was not what people wanted or expected, because they over promised, right? And so, but they have over the course of the last like fucking how many years, been constantly at 5 years. They've been adding to that game. They've been giving it expansions. They've been giving it bug fixes. They've been giving it content, right? If No Man's Sky came out on the original Xbox, you wouldn't be fucking getting that shit. That wouldn't be a thing that happened. No, it would be release day No Man's Sky for the rest of that game's existence, right? And that would be it. You got what you got, right? So yeah. Because I do know that back then they did have like online functionality on those consoles, but it was very fucking primitive.
Oh no, nothing.
We have today.
Not the internet for most people wasn't good enough to do these patch things.
Yeah, you wouldn't be doing that shit. So anyway, let's continue.
Even when online was a thing, they designed those games to work right out of the box. As soon as you get the game, you pop it in, it works. And I get like there's bugs and glitches in games. That's always been a thing.
Yeah, again, I think he's rose tinting this, right? He's thinking like back then it was like, oh no, you just got the game and you just played it and it was fine, right? Nothing ever could go wrong. It's like no, no.
Our good.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Oh, our good friend Pokemon, the first Pokemon game, so filled with glitches. Me as a child, hey, I mean, Sword Dance is a cool thing, and has a cool, Game Boy graphic animation associated with, but it doesn't seem to do anything, really. I noticed that as a small child on my Game Boy. And turns out, so it's true, Sword Dance does nothing. That's the power of games that cannot be updated. Sword Dance was useless and a trap. If you had it, you wasted a move that actually did something.
So anyway, let's continue.
Like you can exploit things. I mean, look at Skyrim. You literally can exploit it to. It's literally the game of exploits. But
Morrowind.
there's a difference between bugs that are fun to do and are optional, and then there's bugs that literally render the game unplayable. It's honestly just why I've stepped away from AAA gaming, and I've moved towards the excitement of buying a rare game or something like on like the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 1 or even the PS3. Like I've said, I enjoy going on eBay and seeing if it's a good price, and I'll buy the game and I'll try it out, and I know it's gonna work as soon as I pop it into that.
Well, you say that.
Is the disc scratched or not?
Is the disc fucked? Is it gonna read?
Cartridge has
it's funny
battery.
because I went to so when I was on my trip, we actually went to a this like old. It's funny. It was this like retro game store thing that this guy's running out of his house.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to find this like store, and it's on like a crescent, right? And it's in this guy's house, and it's like he's dedicated like a room of his house to being a game store. And we went, and to his credit, he had a lot of really good stuff. He had a lot of really cool looking stuff. But we picked up a whole bunch of like original Xbox games for brother, right? Because it's good to have stuff for birthdays and stuff, right? So we picked up a whole fuckload of these games. And some of them they were like, they probably work. They should work. They should work. If they don't work, you can always like mail them back to us. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I had a few there that looked like they were getting a little bit disc rotty, because that's another thing. Disc rot is a thing.
Yeah,
you're not careful with your discs, right? Again, it's like So again, I feel like he's kind of like, yeah, maybe, but at the same time, I don't know. But anyways,
so many games have issues.
I don't know. It's something to think
years.
about. That something that the gaming industry needs to figure out is, how can I make a game that is for the actual user, instead of relying solely on how much money can I make off of this game, or how much money can I make off of this console. Another thing I want to talk about too is Sony PlayStation, Sony making the PlayStation
just a bit
5 Pro.
Natsu, I once won a PC game it was in a class, and the whole class got some weird present thing. I don't remember why, and I got a computer game for the personal computer. I play the game. I get some flat textured early 3D model game thing, some dystopian cyberpunk. Kind of would feel at home in the 40K thing, gothic tech horror corporate dystopia future. Naratsu, I load in, I look around in the first mission, and I can't get anywhere done. It was some glitchy, I remember. And no, I'll leave it at that, because it's a present you get in a class, whatever. I looked this game up, don't remember the name, I find it anyway. Turns out, Naratsu, that game is a scam. That stage is the only stage there is. There is no progression.
some crypto miner fucking nonsense or something.
One stage, that one area that are loaded into is the only thing that is in that game. It's a total scam. I didn't pay money for it, but I still was scammed. There was a game promised, but there was just nothing. It was just you got a wrench or something, and you couldn't use it on anything. You're a scam. So don't go with me, modern games are a scam. No, I got actually scammed. Game didn't exist.
So anyhow, that's good to hear.
Or whatever. Pricing it at like $700 without a disk drive. It literally sounds like they're pricing it without a disk drive. That sounds insane. Like, I'm sorry, but like, it's supposed to be a pro console, but you took away the main way to play hard disks or hard copies of games.
Oh, the disk
It's like,
drive,
first
not
of
the
all,
hard drive.
well, no one's gonna buy that when it comes out. Whenever it comes out, I don't know. My thing is, it seems more about cash grab than actual user experience, and that's the problem with modern gaming. Is the sum up of this whole video, to be honest. When I try to make gaming fun again, I find these older games a lot more fun to go back to, because it's honestly just the perfect gaming experience. I boot the game up, I can play it for however long I want. I know it's going to work. I know I'm going to have a fun experience with it, and that I don't have to spend any more money past the initial game's price. And I think that is something special. And I think that's something where that's how I fell in love with gaming, is that I can be entertained. I can be entertained by a game for what it's worth, not how much money they can make off of just me buying their product or whatever. And I think that's something these AAA titles cannot get right, and why.
Yeah, I'm just letting it play because like he's just repeating himself. He's not really making any points.
After a month or two, their online player base just drops off. I think even when like Helldivers announced that Sony announced that Helldivers 2 was going to require a PSN account, I
feel like this kind of dates the video a little bit. I guess it was back then.
Their user base completely dropped off after that, and no one plays it anymore. And I think they weren't even issuing like refunds, which was,
well, that's not really why. I mean, yeah, there was a big there was a big kind of like and rightfully so too, right? Like I can understand why people were a bit mad about that. But I think that at this point people have kind of gotten over that, and it's not really like factoring into people like what people are thinking about Helldivers at this point. I think what people are more mad about with Helldivers is, I mean, you'll have to confirm because you're the one actually fucking playing it, but it's just stuff like balance and weapons and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
It's really, really stupid. Like I think I tried to get a refund for it. I had it under 2 hours, and I don't think I got it. So I think Sony straight up was not issuing refunds. But yeah, I enjoy playing older games. The way I enjoy games now is just going back in time and enjoying the stuff that I grew up with, and maybe trying an old obscure game that I've never even heard about or no one ever talks about, and seeing if it's fun or not. I think there's something special about going back and trying to find the fun in games, not dump as much money as possible into the game, hoping that it'll become fun or that I'll actually win at the game. Anyways, I can go on forever about this entire topic, but I feel like I'm rambling on about the same thing over and over again, so I'm going to leave it here. If you guys like this type of videos, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know any more video topics that you guys want to hear about.
You know I'm doing other stuff when the video just freezes suddenly.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not a lot to really say about it.
And I'll post your comment in the next video.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop. He's pretty much done now.
All right. So just for funsies, I found the game again.
Oh yeah.
And for the review, right, for $20, don't expect perfection, cut corners, more total lack of playtesting, and as evidenced by a major bug that makes it impossible to get past a level, several missions in the game, unless you installed a patch, you say. And it's not compatible with your saves. And native Romanian text captions don't match. It's a multiplayer, but nobody's playing.
Oh no!
Because after playing the final level, how did you get there? I didn't get there. How does PC Wolf? Oh, PC Wolf. Oh, I see why PC Wolf likes this game. Yeah.
So anyhow, yeah, that video was kind of meh. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it that I haven't already said. It is pretty much just fucking um yeah, just old thing good, new thing bad.
Yeah, it's very. When we gave our kind of our conclusions earlier. He likes the old games. He has an emotional connection to the old games, and therefore, he's more engaged with them. New games are as engaging as they always has been. He's just playing games that don't fit his lifestyle, his wants, his needs. And if he's continually playing, what it sounds like, when he mentions battle passes and long time to get into a game, because I assume you have to go through several menus to go get in. That sounds more like a first-person shooter online experience than it does like a single-player RPG thing.
Yeah, and again, you choose the games that you play, right?
Yeah,
like I don't
so,
play CODs. I would be playing Battlefields if I, wanted to spend $120 fucking on the I mean, yeah, like I pick the games that I want to spend my money on and that I want to play, right? Like you don't have to always get the newest and hottest thing. You can always go back to the classics, right?
He says AAA gaming, but I feel I'm reading Samu's stuff.
Whatever. Yeah,
I feel
you talk to Samu because I gotta go. I'm gonna take a piss. Honestly, we've been here for a while.
Yeah, I don't feel that he's talking about AAA gaming. He says he does, but it just feels like he's talking about Battlefield and Call of Duty stuff. Because there are plenty of AAA games, good or bad, whatever. But God of War is a AAA game. That doesn't fit his thing. You can just load right into that game and have a narrative experience that he's kind of missing apparently. Because Legacy of Kain over here is a narrative game with emotional depth and all that stuff. And I have to extrapolate here. But he's showing this game, and I assume he's playing this game because he likes this game. Maybe he should try, the narrative game. Maybe he should, indeed, try the indie games, which has a story or are more suited to his, busier lifestyle. I had time for like 2 matches of Helldivers after I got back from my game day and before the stream. I played like 2 missions, 2 Helldiver missions. I'm satisfied, and tomorrow I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go visit my aunt and
I'll
do something
I'll be
else.
doing my GFL dailies after I get some food going. Maybe maybe tomorrow I'll play a bit more Mech Warrior. I'm getting ready to do Kestrel Lancers, so he's playing too many online shit. Yeah, I think that's part of it. Yeah, it's like you don't have to play shit.
Tomorrow I'll wake up, I'll prepare for family visit, I'll come back home, I'll do like 1 quest in Nier, I'll do 2-3 missions in Helldivers. I'll work on my my huge ass 3D printed Ryuko statue. I'll get rid of all the scaffolding in there, and I'll think of what I'll 3D print next. All good stuff. Also, I'll go mail a guy for the Windows to do Windows stuff for me. Busy life.
Big Windows, yeah.
Busy life.
Yeah.
But you play
busy
the
life,
games.
but we do have time to talk about animes.
Ooh,
not gay games. Fuck these gay games. We're done talking about gay games, Ali. It's gaming is over. Didn't you hear? It's over.
Oh
it's
yeah,
done.
you're right. I forgot.
I should fuck the video games. It's time to talk about the animes, the animus. So anywho, let's have a look. What do we got? What do I want to talk about? Because I'm watching most of the fucking anime.
Yeah.
This time around. So I'm waiting for you. So let's see. Okay, so Hero Arca, right?
I saw it was finished. Was it just today when you were
it's
asleep?
one. I haven't watched the last episode because that came out like last night.
Mhm.
But I've watched. It is pretty much. We are like in the winding down epilogue, wrapping it up, right? Kind of state where we're kind of like, I'm interested to see what the last episode's going to be like, and if we're going to get to see Deku be put in the fries in the bag and be in the cuck. Yeah, it's all right. There's not. I don't really have a whole lot to comment on it, really. Like, it's just kind of like, yeah, characters are decompressing from the trauma of the final battle, and big, yeah. Yeah. What else have I got on here? I guess Digimon. Digimon was kind of interesting because we had big society, big exiled for doing crimes, but then the dad is just a fucking scumbag, so it's kind of justified that he got kicked out of the egg. Because he's just obsessed with fucking money, and he's willing to just even sell fucking the Digimon to this group or whatever for money, and he's going to get a new egg thing that can give him a fake identity, and then he could start over again. Fuck his daughter. Who cares about the daughter? I don't care about the daughter. Whatever. Fucking gross ass. Fucking whatever. And we had our first actual Digi evolution in this episode too, which was kind of cool. We got to see the little bat thing turned into like a Kamen Rider guy. It was kind of cool, technology thing. It was kind of cool. So yeah, Digimon's going quite good. One Frame Man is continuing. Well, to be fair, the animation wasn't too bad in this episode. We had a big fight with like the mecha guy versus like this like Phoenix dude. And it was the little kid that has all the gadgets had like a mech fight with this guy, and it was pretty good. It was alright. It's pretty fun. I think people like to be a bit down on it, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. Not too bad. Trash show. Some interesting stuff going on because they get to the barrier kind of, and one of the villain characters gets sucked out of the big bird because a hole is created in the big bird, and she gets sucked out, and she sees the barrier, and the barrier, like, there's a lot of like, oh, it takes everything from you or something. I have to tell the boss dead. It kills her or something. The other characters don't get to the barrier, and they manage to basically we have like, oh, they destroyed the heart of the bird, and now like everything's going back to we're resetting, right?
Yeah.
The arc is over. Villain established. Arc over. Right. Time for new arc. If we get how many episodes is this? Because I think it was like 2 core. Oh, we've only got 2 episodes left. Okay, this season. So I guess it's going to be this season. 2 episodes left of this season, and then we'll see what happens. Probably setting up next season. But I like the Trash Show. Trash Show's fun. Fun abilities, fun fights, fun stuff. But one of the kaiju character shows up. She's got like a hoodie that's her like item, and it turns her into like a kaiju or something. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Our hands off man. Yeah, he's doing massages, big massages happening. Our girl, volleyball girl, is good at doing the massaging. Yeah.
The show is kind of losing me. The show is too unbothered by nudity, which makes me unbothered by nudity. The emotional arc is too short, too abrupt. The characters aren't interacting enough. There's not kind of fits into the emotional arc thing.
Because I watched the episode, and then I think I'm behind. I don't know if I'm behind, but
no, she's hurt, and this is like, oh,
I'm on like episode 10.
Beware that she's not going to trade. Oh no, she's not in her room. Where is she?
Oh no, run away. Yeah. I kind of agree with you, and I think part of that is just because it's it's a short show that's probably based on a short ecchi type thing, right? So I kind of yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of, I agree with you a little bit. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna keep up with it. I'll finish it. Right, it's okay. What else have we got on this page? So I guess so one thing that's not on this page, so our Little Miss Vampire Can't Suck. I don't know if I want to say that I've fully dropped it, but I'm feeling like, because I just haven't watched any of the episodes. I haven't watched an episode
I have
since.
to tell you, that kind of sounds like...
Yeah, sounds like it's getting cut, because episode 6 was like the last one I watched, and it's a shame, because again, I don't think it's a bad show. You know, I don't think it's bad. It's good. It's just, it's not. I just don't have the drive to keep watching, I guess, is the problem, right? Like, I see the episodes I have downloaded, right? Well, I mean, legally streamed, obviously. I have the episodes, right? And I'm looking at them and I'm just like, "Oh, do I really do I want to watch this right now? Do I really, like, God, you know?" So yeah, I'll keep it as marked as watching on my thing. Maybe I'll do like a quick fucking binge before the season ends next week. But don't hold out hopes, right? I would say that It's kind again, I don't think it's not you, it's me, right? It's not the show, it's me, right?
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
mean,
just
I had
me.
plenty of that
not,
before.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about the two shows that are more interesting shows. We'll start with Last Boss, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched episode 12 yet, because obviously that came out at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we'll talk about that next week. But we could talk about episode 11, which was very...
Naruto, I am vindicated. I said, I don't...
Yeah.
She says, oh no, the secret is out, I'm a player, blah, 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 blah. But now she's being shady again.
Yeah, she's being shady again, yeah. There's some weird... Yeah, so let's kind of just sort of go through, like... So the joke of the episode is, okay, you have generic Japanese man.
The
right?
most generic thus far.
The
The
most
actual
generic Japanese teenager man gets transported to the world, and they're like, "Oh, we need your help to kill the ba 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 ba," and he's like, "Oh, but I don't like killing, but I want to be a policeman, a hero like my dad, and I will help these people because I want to be the big hero man." And then he's doing the training, and he's got his Tiger Man that he can't understand. He can't understand the Tiger Man because he speaks only in tiger language or something, right?
Cats roars.
Cats roars. But then you have the other the old lady
the vice captain thing character.
The vice captain girl, and she translates for him, and he's been working on his sword fighting, but he's not very strong yet. He's still, pretty early in his adventuring, and all that kind of stuff, right? And so yes, so you have the setup. He gets called to the king, and the king is like, "It's time for you to go and set out on your journey. I will give you these. These are your friends. It's the Tiger Man, and you're going to have the elf guy that helps summon you. He's a sage magic man. He's going to be your mage." And we got, oh, look, it's the cute redhead thief girl, Ellie. She's so cute.
Well, she was the magic... I've graduated from magic, I believe.
don't know. They were both kind of magic.
Well, one is a priest, one is a wizard. You know the difference.
She looks more like a rogue.
Yeah. Unless I was
but
mistaken,
basically, time for you to set out and journey the world and become strong and kill the demons and right? Rah! And so they walk out the door. Oh shit!
There is our Lufa.
There is our girl and the Demon King, and they do be just chilling.
They be aura farming with their actual auras. They be
aura farming, as the zoomies would say. Yeah, they do be aura farming, as the zoomies would say. And they're just kind of they're just having a conversation while you have the like mage girl is just pissing her fucking pants.
Yeah.
She's just they're so strong. How are we going to call? God, oh no! And everyone's just freaking the fuck out. And our Japanese guy is like, oh god, what the fuck is happening? What is even going on right now? Right. So that's the joke. I think that I like it. I like the joke. Right?
Yeah.
I think the joke is kind of funny. The setup for it was pretty good. Like, you know, that's going to be the punchline, right? But I think that the whole like acknowledging like the isekai kind of trope, right? And
Yeah.
just sort of subverting it a little bit.
Oh,
I think
you
it
mean
was
a
kinda good.
deconstruction?
Oh yeah, it's totally deconstructing it, Ellie. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
So essentially, moving into the other interesting part is we have the conversation with the Demon King and our girl, because the Demon King he kind of has a pretty good idea of what the fuck's going on.
And also basically meta game knowledge, like, oh, the goddess has the etc. Oh, why are you so weak? Oh, I
we
see
are
the
on what was it? We are on like the goddess protocol or
scenario.
some shit.
Yeah.
Scenario, yeah, the goddess scenario. I want to break free. Like, the demons only exist. We are programmed to murder because we need to murder because it's like eating for you humans, right?
And it's a
Like,
bad
have
thing
to,
that the goddess made us do.
Yeah, I want to break free from the goddess protocol bullshit thing. You are not as strong as the original fucking, you know, this is bad. We need to, yeah. And she's like, oh wow, Demon King he actually got hands. He actually Demon King actually strong. Actually strong, man. He might actually beat me. Oh fuck. Oh no.
And
this
then
is
he
bad.
goes, "Why are you so weak?"
Yeah, why are you so? What the fuck happened? Yeah, what the fuck going on? Right? What happened? And then what it basically ends up happening is kind of before they can kind of figure shit out. Our girl gets like taken away.
Protected by her allies.
Protected by the allies, but of course, our alpha tester, beta tester girl is sneaky. Ooh.
Oh, did you know she was weaker? Big smile.
Whose side are you on? Really? Haha.
Oh, you didn't do that, right? Oh no, that could only be a goddess.
Oh no.
Am I that goddess? Unclear. Sure, sounds like it.
So yeah, pretty interesting episode, pretty cool. Interested to see what episode 12 brings to the table. I'll be watching that probably tonight. And we'll talk about it next week when we do Anime Cast, because we're doing Anime Cast next week. We'll go over the next season. Then. Yeah.
Ooh,
I would say definitely Last Boss. Last Boss is one of the stronger shows of this kind of lull. But in the other one,
quickly, Naretsu, quickly. I'm going through the OP and I see a veiled woman on a throne looking at the world inside a cage, and her hair is blue and blonde.
I did.
And she's smirking.
I did. There's big. So yes, I'm interested to see kind of where we go. I think it's an interesting. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting. Definitely an interesting show for the season. I guess the other show that's super fucking interesting is our Toa. So Ellie,
time skip.
Time skip plus. Okay, I feel like yes, pacing has definitely picked up. They're definitely trying to shove as much in as they can in the last a little bit. But I will say it's going in some directions I was not necessarily expecting a little bit. I was not. Yeah. So I guess so essentially, our two android girl and boy, right? 7 years.
Yes,
7
7
years.
years after convincing our boy not to kill himself because he's an android.
Yeah. 7 years of plot. Man spent 7 years in his own mind getting like exposition dumped.
Yeah.
It took them 7 years to do that, or something like that. Yeah, they wake up, and yes, our painter girl is she is older, very very much older,
Yeah,
very,
and
you
she's
know.
hit by the kind of a reality that they have been talking for 7 years, and she felt that she was like a part of it, but no, they were in their own world.
I think the problem is that in like, I'm guessing the like virtual world, right?
Mhm.
In the brain world, it probably wasn't 7 years, like
No.
time dilation. I think there's like a time, like, and that's the problem with Artist Girl, is she probably doesn't get that, right? Because
she
to her
is-
it has actually been 7 years, but to the android people it's probably only been like, I don't know, 10 minutes, right?
Well,
Right?
maybe like a good
Like, I don't-
hour at least.
Yeah, maybe a good hour. You'll give it a good hour, right?
But there is
And
like a
that's-
clear
yeah.
difference in his personality, and which is, you know,
Yeah,
shocking
he has
to her.
definitely. Yeah, he has definitely changed, and it's kind of basically confirmed that, yeah, he has basically picked our girl, right? He's picked
Mhm.
our blonde girl. Like, sadly, it looks like, yeah, Artist Girl has essentially been cut cleaned.
Yeah.
She has basically been cut cleaned. Which is, it's interesting. It is actually interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because you have the whole show's theme is obviously relationship, right?
Mhm.
It is showing different kinds of relationships, showing different kinds of love, different kinds of marriages, and Elsa, all this kind of stuff, right? And now we're seeing kind of like the breakdown, because Artist Girl obviously has grown up in this world where, oh, people can, like, you can have these like polycules, right? Like, you got like
Yeah.
up to 5 people having the relationships, right? Big love. But now she's starting to kind of realize, like,
Well, it
like
would
the kind of
work
classic
in...
way of doing things. And it's not like, there's mental shit going on, I think, with where she's kind of like, no, I actually love this guy, but he doesn't love me back in the same way that he loves this other girl. I'm kind of I'm the third wheel in the situation. What the fuck am I gonna do about that, right?
Yeah,
How am I
but
gonna
there
do?
is
I gotta cope.
the small caveat, of course, is this: the problem is because there are 2 others that are in the monogamy the old way, right? And she is kind of third wheeling in a different culture.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, because
if
she
this
doesn't. Yeah.
if no if she was in love with some guy and a girl in this culture, from her own time period, everything would be fine. It would be cool, etc., and boundaries set, etc. But the issue is that she's in love with past people, past culture.
Mm.
No, you can't suddenly come in here today with some slaves. That would be weird. That people will look at you weird, or come in and like, hey, I want to buy some slaves today. That's an old way of thinking, you see.
Yeah. So this is kind of the yeah. There's some interesting character dynamics going here, because from her perspective, like you said, she's been looking after them for 7 years, right? She's been trying, like, keeping tabs on them, making sure they don't like get interrupted, doing painting, doing stuff, right, for 7 whole years of her like short human existence, right? But then, of course, when they wake up, everything's kind of different, and she's kind of realizing, well, yeah, I wasn't actually part of what they were experiencing, and that kind of mentally fucks her a bit. Like, there's the scene where they're like having the walk at the lake, and she's like, why can't you love me the same way that you love,
Yeah.
her, right? And she's kind like she's trying to like put on a strong face, but I think she knows that she's not the one, and she's not going to be the one, right? And that's really fucked her. And it leads into Ellie, surprise! The glasses man
Is
is villain. Oh boy.
He was looking
is the villain.
villainous, but then he was kind of okay for a bit. So it's kind of alright. So he's not that bad, but oh no, he's actually quite bad.
Yes. So he basically is like, hey, you know what would solve your problem? If we just turn you into an android.
Yeah. I don't have any
Let's-
benefits. I don't have any, you know.
I don't have any ulterior motives, right? I don't have any interior. I'll just help you out. It'll be fine, right? Don't worry about it. Let's just do it, right? So two things are happening right now. Our girl and our guy are buggering off to go find because apparently the original man is alive.
Yeah.
Somehow. Apparently, he still lives in the headquarters of Owl or whatever. Which is funnily enough located at the original house in the basement of the original. Right?
Because why not?
Because why not? So basically they are going off to do that, and while they're going off and doing that, Artist Girl and Glasses Villain Man have gone to some lab, and he is going to essentially injects her with the nanomachine son. The blood stuff, right? The nanomachines.
The special blood.
The special blood.
Which I kind of forgot was in the book. In the same thing as
because the whole book was about the people that have the blood that does the stuff. And he basically hacks her. Right?
Yeah. Classic hacking.
And it's classic hacking, yeah. And does a thing where they trick they track down the sword girl and kidnap her, basically. And what they're basically trying to like format the Blade Girl and put the personality of the Artist Girl into the Blade Girl so that she can live in an android body.
And I assume and then hack the girl because she is. Because I guess the outside series, the androids have the super special protection against getting hacked and whatnot. And I think that he wants the massive consciousness greatness of being an AI like that. And he cannot beat the defenses of the android, so he'll just transplant a human in the android body and use the android body with a hacked mind and reactivate Terra, I guess.
Or something. Well, because the drop is that he's apparently one of the 6 sages or something.
I guess the guy that kept the secret. I guess the guy that kept the hacking a secret because he kind of looks like the most like him, I believe. Maybe.
Yeah, he's gone through some remodeling over the 100, 200 years, right? And basically, he's also trying to find Toa, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to find Toa so that he can do nefarious shit, I guess. And so our the priestess kind of girl shows up and is like, "What the fuck are you doing, you fuckwit?" Gets her head cut off, regenerates, and I guess him and her are gonna have like a fight while Blade Girl, who is now Artist Girl, goes off to find our 2 guys. It is like, "Hey, I'm an android now. We can Elsa. Hell yeah, let's go. Polycule time. Let's do it. It'll be great. We can have threesomes." Basically.
Let's see if the being in an android body gives some inherent resistance or adaptiveness against being hacked. Also, the guy Naretsu, the guy that was a farmer or a transporter.
Your squinty eye man. Turns out he's the head of Owl.
The whole time. It
I
was
did think it was kind of funny that they were like, "Hey, your employees are kind of fuckwits," because we've obviously had like, what was our first interaction with Al in the
oh yeah,
story? It was
one bad
crazy,
officer, two
crazy
bad
man.
officer.
I'll shoot the leg of this villager. We'll wipe out this entire village because of the information or whatever.
Excuses.
Technology. Kill them all, and then you had like the kind of flamboyant guy who was like, "Oh,
I'll just torture you,"
evil,
and then there was the
torture.
library. I mean, it was like the worst. The worst one was first, the slightly second worst was second, and then the third worst was third.
And so I did kind of appreciate our main characters going like, "Hey, your employees are kind of fucked." And he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'll try to fix it. Was kind of the
I thought,
onset.
it was a bit fucking. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. They acknowledged it, right? They acknowledged it a little bit. So essentially, he's the head of Al. He's like the protege of the main guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, he gave me special orders when you woke up not to fuck with you, just to keep an eye on you, and now I'm gonna take you to see him, right? I'll take you to the base under the house or whatever, I'll take you there. It's fine, right? So I think my overall thoughts still remain. Everything's going to hinge on this last episode, to me, right? If they can nail the last episode, if that's going to decide whether or not this is like an 8 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10, right? Maybe a bit different, like a 9 out of 10 show or a 7 out of 10 show, right? Like that it all hinges on that last episode, because I don't think it's going to be as bad as Metallic Rogue, and I think they can do it.
Yes,
but it's gonna be very dependent on how they're able to tie the knot, right? Tie the knot. Your marriage,
yeah.
right? Good puns. It is going to come down to that to me, right? So far, I like where this is going for an ending. I think I can see kind of where it's going to go. I'm hoping it, maybe subverts it a little bit, but yeah, it's all going to come down to if they can nail the final episode, especially since I don't think we're going to get like a season 2 of this, because it's anime original and it's a anniversary project, and
I do. Right? I have a small. I got a vibe from it that is secretly Nermetsu, the author, has like a prequel book written already. Kind of like a Licorice Recoil. Remember that show where there's like, the Lily Bells, the other boy version of us. Like, huh? The Lily Bells.
I have a similar, I have a vibe that this is like, again, the Metallic Rogue issue of biting off too much than you can chew, and then not having the time to really give it a proper conclusion, right? I do get that vibe, but I think that this has a better chance of nailing it, because they have already kind of the pacing has picked up a bit, and it's not as grandiose as the Metallic Rogue was trying to do, right?
No, that's why I mentioned Licorice Recoil, because Licorice Recoil has a world, has a backstory, has characters that have been through things and did things in the past and will go do things in the future. They have histories with characters that are unsaid and unspoken and hinted. This show is far more explicit about the lore and the exposition and the characters and whatnot, but there are still huge gaps in what we know, and huge gaps can be filled with nice, Blu-ray edition light novel bits added to it. What was Yugure doing the last 200 years after they won the war and that stuff? How did Elsa?
I remember mentioning. Yeah, I remember mentioning last week or last time we streamed that I felt like that whole exposition episode, right? That could have been its own fucking anime,
Yeah.
Right? Like
And
you could
they
have got a 12-episode anime out of that entire like AI war Toa like thing. Like that
all the
could have been its
characters.
yeah, it could have been its entire own fucking thing, right? We get glimpses of like the sniper girl
The
and the fucking
undersea
the nunchuck girl and the punch girl and the fucking yeah, you
priest.
have
Yeah.
like this you have like this whole thing. So yeah, there's interesting stuff going on with this. Yeah, so for me, last episode's going to be crucial. Last episode's going to be crucial. Right now, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is looking to be highlight of the season, probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10. But if they fuck up that last episode, it's going to drop right. I'm only using the number grade because it makes it easier to understand where I'm feeling. Right? Like
Yeah.
if they fuck it up, then it's going to drop right down to a 7 or a 6. Still good, still enjoyable. Not like bad. Like Metallic Road was just bad.
Yeah,
Right?
at the
Like
end
not
it was kind of bad.
not bad. It's still good, still enjoyable, still worth watching. But if they fuck up the ending, it's going to be a lot harder to like recommend. Right? It's going to be a lot harder to like because it's always annoying when you have a show that's like building to stuff and has ideas that it wants to explore and it's doing stuff and then it just doesn't have a satisfying conclusion, right? It doesn't have that satisfying like, oh, nice, everything's in a nice tight package. I can recommend this to someone, they can get invested in it, and they'll have a good payoff, right? If it doesn't have a good payoff, really hammers it. Makes it bad. So yeah,
Nah, I am say more positive. Maybe I have been the entire time.
more optimism. Yeah, more optimism from Elliot.
I was just continuously having hopes for Metallic Rogue that didn't come true. I saw the potential, I saw the vision, I saw the interesting lore characters. But then it didn't pan out. Here I see the same, not the same. I see the lore. I see the potential. I see the history that has been already kind of set into place. And I go, oh, that's cool. And now thus far, the show kind of delivers on that lore, the potential promise, by not expositioning it to death in your face and spending too much time on it. We made androids. They won the war. How? Through lots of battles. What battles? That's not important to us right now. Go read an additional light novel thing.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get like an OVA or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think that kind of does it. So yeah. So next week, we're thinking we will do anime seasonal review next season preview.
Yeah.
Anime only episode next week, and then we are thinking we're probably going to take a break over the holidays, so you might not see us again until January. Then that's just because we want to hang out with the fam, touch grass, do some stuff.
Yeah.
We got lives, right? And then we'll come back in January, and we might, we might cover some longer videos in January.
Probably like the 10th, because midweek people are off and free for the new year, old year stuff.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of anime to catch up on talking about, obviously, because we'll still watch anime over the break, right? So we'll have stuff to talk about, but yeah, that's kind of the plan. What we're thinking right now is, next week we're going to do, we could almost do like a year of anime recap, because it's been, we're getting, it's pretty much the end of the year next season.
We never did that one before.
Yeah, I don't know if we've done one of those before, but we could do technically like a, go all the way back to
January.
Winter
it gets kind of messy because season starts midway through January and go into the new
we'd probably start with like Winter 25, because it'll be Winter 26 will be in the next season. So if we start at Winter 25, we could do that. We'll think about it. We'll make the next episode interesting. We'll think of something. But anyway, it was a good time talking about games. And we will catch you guys next time. Have a good rest of the day.
Later.
Bye.